So, when we last left a couple of weeks ago, you had defeated Merrick's and imprisoned him, and you have defeated Kessler, his accomplice, his vampire accomplice. The troublesome part is that Kessler turned into mist and returned to his coffin, and you don't know precisely where that is. And you know that it will reform on the next sunset. The good part is that it's just midnight, so you have approximately 18 hours to find him before he reforms himself, if you want to do that. Or you can keep custody of Merrick's and let Kessler dwell another night.
I mean, we could talk to Merrick's and demand he tell us where the coffin is. I have a few theories myself.
Okay, perfect. In that
That
case,
seems like the most reasonable suggestion there.
And
Like,
makes the most sense. Yeah.
yeah.
Though before we talk to Merrick's, I did want to talk to all of you. I've had a bit of a realization since the fight.
yeah.
I think
What was
I think I might be in the wrong.
In what way?
So, did I tell you the full details of my dealings with Merrick's?
Yeah.
So I told you I went to him to do this, and I gestured to myself, and in return he asked for full copyright of my work. I didn't
Yes.
offer him that. I offered him money in exchange, and that was what eventually led to our separation. However, in the meantime, while we were still arguing about that, that was when my experiments were done. Meaning I was either stealing from him and stealing his laboratory equipment because we didn't come to an agreement, or we did have some sort of a formal arrangement and he legally owns copyright of me. So either I'm a thief or I'm a slave, and I don't
Did he pay
like
you?
either.
Did he pay you?
No, I was going to pay him.
Then you don't. Yeah. Like, did he? Like, did any money change hands for your use of his equipment?
No.
Then you're not a slave. Then you not have you. He has no right to you. However, any technology that you guys invented next to each other while working together, he owns half of.
But that's what the whole argument was about, is that he asked for full copyright of my body, and I told him no, I was willing to pay him for his time, and we never really resolved that argument until we eventually separated. That's what caused all of this to happen, because we never really agreed on payment. We just kind of started working.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. You are coming out with a lot of lag or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot of buzz. Like it's
sorry.
kind of really just.
Let me reconnect. Ooh, and I think the recording may have just cut out. Oh boy. All right, how about that? I just reconnected to the
There we go.
Discord.
Yeah, it's better.
All right, did anything I say make any sense?
I heard copyright.
All right.
Everything else is.
Copyright of Boo.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
Is
So
this-
basically,
just,
Emily is realizing that by going after Merrick, she's probably not lawful anymore because he probably has a legal right to her body, and she's upset about it.
No, he doesn't have a legal right. He has the right to utilize the technology that you developed together, but he can't say, "Oh, I own her hand."
The problem is the technology we developed together is keeping me alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
he
why-
can't tell you that, oh, you have to shut it off because you've utilized it as per your rights. But you can't say, oh, you can't put this technology in somebody else. You cannot stop him from using it. You
I
shouldn't
know,
have
and
any
I
legal
don't like
basis for
that. So I
Yeah.
realized I'm not
But-
lawful anymore.
Okay, like
Um,
you could stay lawful, as in you want to stop him from force other people doing this, force other people into getting this done.
Well, yeah, I'd prefer if it was done on willing subjects. That was one of the reasons that me and him broke off from each other.
Yeah. So
using
you
them,
could
as a point, using that technology on a willing subject is illegal, even if the technology is legal. Forcing someone to do the implant, it's not legal.
Yes,
in
and
any way.
slavery is illegal in Sharn. So if we can slap
Yeah.
a slavery and or terrorism charge on him, that
Yeah, yeah.
probably means he doesn't have license to my stuff anymore.
Yes.
I'm just feeling conflicted because I think I was originally the one in the wrong for storming off.
Well,
Yes, absolutely. I agree Merrick's needs to pay for his crimes. The problem is we have no legal basis to charge him.
Yeah.
yes, we have. We have plenty, but not for stealing from you.
Yeah, stealing for you is not one of the charges. The charges are kidnapping people and this is something that Hammer could because you actually are working with him now. We know we are turn of events. The primary charge that he will be trial on is the terrorist attack on the Sharn station. That it's a major crime that it's condemned with death. So you
Well,
don't
I'm
need.
I'm okay with him dying because then that means my what's it called? His knowledge of my process dies with him.
As long as he hasn't written it down or passed it on to a
Yeah, that's
subordinate.
that's one of the things about
Well, we're
science.
going to find out if he's given my blueprints to someone else.
So no, Cameron tells you that it doesn't matter at this point. Intellectual property rights are not one of the things that will come out in the trial.
Okay, well
It's
that's
like,
what matters to me, damn it.
well, I'm sorry, but to the judges of Sharn, the thousands of death that he has caused it's likely more important. So,
As long as he
that,
dies,
that,
that's what's important to me.
but then we are in agreement. Sunrise will happen in 8 hours, and sundown will happen in 18 hours.
I think rather than talking to Merrick here, we should take him to see his daughter.
Actually, Hammer says we are taking him to the Dagger Watch garrison.
Well, then I
Yeah,
think we should
we
take
took.
Meryl to there as well.
Well, that's perfectly reasonable, and I
Yeah,
will allow you to help me interrogate him. But yeah, he's under the watch custody now, and we will keep him secure. So the Prima Vista makes a quick stop. And you all, a couple of no, actually, for this kind of prisoner, one skyship armed to the teeth, docks with the Prima Vista, and you will get into the Iron Hawk. The Iron Hawk is like the flagship of Sharn in case of war, and well, it's used in this case to discourage any attempt of rescue. It will take you to the Dagger Watch garrison. That's a small sector of the city where you have the elite of the watch over here. And in there, they will put him in a cell. A healer will give him a minor healing potion to heal his wounds, but they secure both his hands and legs and put and this take away everything that he may use to cast magic. Being an artificer, he can't cast magic without material components, so they put him in that room naked, and you have the possibility of questioning him if you want. Yes, we have a small contingency of 10 clerics. They are able to cast minor magic in the name of the seven, and we have one chaplain that it's able to cast more powerful divine magic.
Okay. Then it's better than nothing, but you need to have your until we get rid of our until we get rid of this vampire that's associated with Merrick's, we need to be prepared for a possible attack on us, whether it's out of retribution or in an attempt to try to rescue Merrick's. Those clerics need to do some type of rotation of divine sense, so at least we get some type of proximity alert in case said vampire decides to make make his move.
Perfect. In that case, I will ask you if you can call on some of the members of the Silver Flame, because, well, you exceeded that. So we are prepared for an attack, but I will like to have as much resources as I can on hand.
I don't know how many I can get here in such a short notice, but I look towards Emily and others. Can you can you take care of asking what needs to be asked while I try and rustle up some extra help?
Can do. Though, actually, on the subject of clerics, and this is both an in character and out of character question, is Zone of Truth still a thing in 5th edition?
Yep.
Yes, it
Could
is.
we get one of those?
Yes, it's actually one of the primary functions of clerics in the Watch. I mean, blessing is cool and all, but being able to cast Son of Truth makes police work so much easier.
Very much so.
So yeah, one of the clerics will cast Son of Truth. So unless he manages to make a save,
And
you
and
should
we'll
be
know
able.
if he makes the save.
No, that's the only bad part.
Oh, we
If you
don't
don't
know if
manage
he
to
makes the
make a
save?
save, you'll know.
Ah,
But yeah, that's what. It's not infallible, but it helps.
It
yes.
does. So before we get to the role play that's about to happen,
Yeah.
based off my connections with the Argentinium, how many clerics could I request to come bolster our the garrison's contingent of clerics here?
Considering the circumstances and the attack of the claw, the Emerald Claw, you will be assigned 10 acolytes and one cleric and 10 Sworn Brothers that will be like very low level paladin.
So okay, I'm times ever. So I got one actual cleric, 10 acolytes.
Yeah,
All right,
And 10
and
low level paladins. And
10 low
it's the
level.
paladins we need to cast Divine Sense.
yeah. The paladins can cast Divine Sense, and well, the other can cast Protection
And
from Good and Evil.
Yeah, can't we
okay,
just have
so
one guy walking around using Detect Evil all day, or?
divine sense only can be used X number of times. If you,
Oh,
that's why
okay.
I said rotation instead of
Yeah,
like because otherwise I would just be doing it like walk 60 feet. Divine sense,
I didn't
divine
know.
sense.
I didn't know there was a use limit on it. Edition
yeah.
differences. I'm sorry.
Yeah, in the old editions, you can use it like all the time, and paladins use it all the time.
Yup.
So no, but yeah, you can have a rotation with 20 clerics and 10 paladins. You can have clerics. The acolytes are slightly less than clerics, but they can cast small level one divine spells.
Okay,
And with that rotation, you can manage to have at least a warning in case something creeps inside the.
it gets within the area of the garrison. That way
Yeah,
we're not caught. At the very least, we're not caught unawares. All
How
right.
big is
that's
the AOE on that ability?
Give me a second. It's on my character sheet. I was I was rereading Zone of Truth because I also know Zone of Truth, but I don't have. I'm out of spell slots for second level. Divine. It's within 60 feet.
Okay,
60 feet.
that's
Yeah,
a
you
good
can
amount of
cover
warning.
the main entrance of the fortress. So
So
you
yeah,
can
within
your
60
favor.
feet, eh, 60 feet, it picks up the location of any celestial fiend or undead. Also, any place slash object that's either consecrated or desecrated, such like sanctuary or hollow or vice versa. So as long as we got these 20 on a particular rotation and just be like divine sense, then we've made ourselves a rudimentary like warning system, and and that way we can at least we can guard ourselves on the off chance the vampire decides to make
Yeah.
his attack. So so Harry will be off coordinating with both the garrison and the Argentinium with the acolytes and extra help, while the rest of you get to have some one-on-one time with Big Daddy Merrick's. Have fun.
I don't like how you call them Big Daddy Merrics.
I I don't know where I was going with that. It just came out and it's like this is not how he should be described. It should be more insulting. Why did I go with
Uh,
this? But
it's funny. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All right. All right. Emily, you ready to talk to one on one with this bastard?
She went to the
Oh,
battle.
okay. Okay.
Okay,
That's
well, this is the captain of the god, and well, we when
oh
was
well, if we're
yeah,
still waiting, there is one thing I would like to do.
yeah.
During this time, I'm just going to burn my one use of the yeah, I haven't hit 7th level yet. I'm going to burn my one use of harness divine power so I can get back one of my spell slots.
Perfect.
We leveled up. I forgot we leveled up. Did we level up last time? Right? Or
No,
Oh, we were
oh,
still like
okay.
mid combat.
yeah,
Well, not mid combat, but we were just finishing off that thing.
yeah.
Oh,
You are
okay.
level 6 still.
Oh, sorry. I got worried for a second.
No, no, no. You are still not over with this. You are
Uh,
closer, but still not over with.
yeah. Got other shit we gotta finish.
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah, uncomfortable waiting.
Yeah.
I'm just shopping for mods for Total War 3, Total Warhammer 3.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
I'm just looking through lost media forums right now.
I am looking battle maps that we may have to use in the future.
I am going over our LARP's projected schedule and seeing what's the next. Trying to figure out where my event trees are supposed to fit in everywhere.
Alright.
You do that?
Yeah,
Well,
but I think I
cool.
mentioned it before.
Well, yeah, it's possible. I am not a good listener.
we we've got our online LARP kicking in October. We just closed our pre-reg, so we've got a bunch of character sheets to review and make sure they're up to stuff. A couple of characters that we have to write character sheets for, and I I've been procrastinating a bit. I need to buckle down and belt out my particular portion of the plot. I need to sit down and just belt out the events and content that are needed for the weekend. So far, I'm ready to playtest one event, which I'm planning to discuss with the head GM. Be like, can we make this the unofficial intro event for the newcomers? But beyond that, I have an idea. I just need to go and put it to paper.
Yeah. That sometimes can be hard. It's like, but the fun stuff, I have already done the fun stuff of thinking about it, and now I have to write it down. Fuck.
Yeah, we are literally in the case of we know A, we know B, we know C. This is the point where the teacher has come and said, "Well, you need to show your work." And I'm just like,
Yeah, you gotta show your work, or else no credit or some shit like that.
I had in that I when I was in high school, I have a couple of
Okay.
kids that they were always asking me to do if I can share the homework, and I was used to being exploited in that, and they say, okay, I will give you my homework, but you will write every. I won't write again during this year. Anytime that I want something written, I will dictate it to you, and you will copy.
Seems legit.
And it was like, okay, this was a wonderful solution for everyone. Well,
Yeah.
let's go. Now we are all here. You have Merrick's in a cell, surrounded by a lot of guards, naked, healed enough to be able to talk. He's looking around, quite calm considering the situation, but you can sense that he's angry.
Can I give him some underwear at the very least?
Yeah, if you ask for that, one of the guards will procure will take his coat and will put it on top of Merrick's lap.
Okay.
Yeah, there you have. No,
Emily feels slightly better talking to him now. Hi
Merrick
there,
sleep.
buddy. Good to see ya. How have the last
Merrick,
6 months been treating you?
well, I have been busy, and you haven't been making my work easy.
Oh, and I wonder why that would be, huh?
Because you're jealous that and you're not willing to share your knowledge.
Jealous, I was willing to pay you.
I don't want your money.
You want to commit unethical war crimes.
I want to save mankind.
So do I!
Yeah, but you won't do what it takes.
That being, kidnapping random people and applying augmentations to them against their will?
Yes.
You do realize there's willing test subjects out there, Merrick's. Myself
uh,
included.
yeah, but I need to make some more intensive experiments.
Yes, which you can do with willing subjects, which is one of the things we talked about. Not going out
Yeah,
and kidnapping people against their will.
I can't kill a living subject,
You
a
got
willing
pretty
subject.
close with some of the forge we saw at your creation forge.
Yes, I kill a lot of people, and I needed to kill a lot of people to get the knowledge that I need.
You realize you can do this sort of, I didn't technically die. I don't have a heartbeat anymore, but it's possible to create Warforged without killing people. You were doing it for the last 30 years.
Yes, I know, but creating workforces is not the goal.
Well, it didn't look like it from what you were doing.
Those are failed experiments, and well,
They
came
were
to you.
human people.
Yes, and I experimented on them and failed, and now they are corpses. Or well, one of them escaped alive, but
You do
that's
realize that people have value.
yes, and I am trying to save the greatest amount of people that I can.
There's a very big difference between trying to save the greatest amount of people you can and not leaving people in the dust. We should be trying to save everyone.
We don't have time for that.
Time? What time do we have? What's the big rush? There's no war going on. Unless you
Yeah.
happen to, unless you happen to be consorting with the Lord of Blades or something, I don't see a big threat to Sharn at the moment. What I see is reckless and irresponsible, and Emily is probably going to continue bitching at Merrick's like a child, basically.
He lets you blow some steam off and looks at you and say, "You have been in the morning."
What does the Mornland have to do with any of this?
Because when you went to the Mournlands, you came up with the idea of to become immortal, haven't you?
Yes, to protect people.
And when I went to the Mournland, I came with ideas too. But have you asked yourself, are those ideas your own?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you sure that the knowledge that you had gained in the Mournland is yours?
I thought it up in my head when I was dying.
You
All the
were dying
hazards
there,
out there.
and a voice in your head tells you something, a knowledge that you didn't have before.
What are you implying, Merrick's?
There is something alive and conscious in there.
Yes, Rogue Warforged.
No, 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 no. I don't think that there is. I saw it in my head. I heard it. I heard the voice was not my own. The knowledge that we gained there, and I have been investigating. I have been hunting down people who go to the Moonland, get ideas.
You're saying there's some sort of strange arcane voice trying to teach people the more. Oh no, Emily goes really pale.
Emily?
Can we
Well,
continue this conversation outside?
Well, if you want to go, I am not. I am the one who can move. You are free.
I punch Merrick's and then take Jonah outside. Hey, Jonah,
Mm-hmm. Well,
I-
he's gonna light a cigarette.
did I ever tell you about what happened to my mom?
You know, so I don't think you ever mentioned it. Well, you probably mentioned it to someone, but not to me.
She was my not my biological mom, but my adoptive mom, Quelrose. she was an incredibly powerful archmage, and she was the person who taught me magic. And I lost her in the Mournlands when we were investigating something. It was something related to this lightning trail thing. But
What's the lightning trail?
I was in Sire at the day of mourning. We
Oh,
when
oh.
everything was going to hell, we were trying to board a lightning train to get the hell out of there, but we couldn't, and so we teleported out of there. Me and my mom. That was 4 years ago, and then we went back there to investigate stuff. And when we went back to that same lightning trail, when we went, Emily is gonna probably start crying at this point, and this is
Jones gonna
not something she enjoys talking about.
take it easy there. Collect your things.
I
Take a deep breath.
there was some sort of anomaly at the lightning trails station, and that's when Mom disappeared. We were
Numb.
investigating some anomaly at the train station where we were when the explosion occurred, when the day of mourning happened, and then she wasn't there. There was no explosion, there was no spell, there was no scent of magic in the air, there was no radiation, there was nothing, there was no attack. It's just she was gone. And Jonah, I have
Gone.
never ran so fast in my entire life.
Wait, so she was gone? She just
She vanished.
drifted out.
We were at the old lightning rail station where we were exactly when the morning happened, and then Mom vanished. And that was
And-
when I had the idea for the Warforge, because I was just so scared of dying. That's when the idea came to me. That's when I came to Sharn,
So-
and that's when I contacted Merrick's.
So, what was this thing you two were trying to investigate? Like, what was this anomaly?
I
Did-
don't know. It was Mom. She was the one who was investigating it, but we were 4 years ago at the day of mourning. We were in Sire because me and my mom, we lived in Sire because that's where the magic item shop was. And when everything started exploding and everyone started getting the hell out of there, we ran over to the nearest lightning rail station, obviously. But I remember it very clearly. There was just a big lineup outside the train, and people were pushing and pulling, and like the explosion, it was getting closer, and we couldn't get out of there. So we teleported, or Mom teleported rather, because she was the powerful mage. She teleported us the hell out of there, and she did that. And I don't know. Ever since then, she said she wanted to go back, and she said she wanted to investigate Sire and the Mournlands. But I think it might have had something to do with that train station, because that's what Mom kept talking about. So we went back there and we fought our way through the Mournland. This was about 6 months ago, and we found our way back to the Mournland, and then she vanished as if she went invisible, or because I couldn't detect a trace of her. And I called out to her and I said where she went, and I tell people she died because that's really the closest equivalent to what I can think of, and it's just I don't know. That's the scary part. I don't know what the fuck happened. And that's when I came up with this idea, Jonah, because I was so scared of dying. I was like, no, I want to live forever so I can find out what happened to Mom.
I'm so sorry. Like for
It's just it's not something I like talking about. I'm sorry if I
It-
didn't mention this before. It's a lot easier for me to explain that my mom died because I don't know what happened to her, and that is terrifying.
okay, I can
It's
believe
it's
it.
it's
That's
not something I've thought about for like the last 6 months. But if Merrick's is talking about coming up with the same idea, and he was in the same location, and my mom was a teacher, again, maybe it has absolutely nothing. Maybe I'm just overreacting. I don't know.
I mean, there's got to be some sort of weird connection towards this. It can't be just like a pure sheer statistics and variables that he
Okay.
had the same thought. No?
I don't know, and that's what's the scary part. I don't know, and I don't like not knowing.
Well, we're good. Well, they call me detective for a reason. We'll go find get to the bottom of this.
Okay, well, as far as I've moved past it, as far as I'm aware, my mom is dead, and she's been dead for the last 5 years or last 6 months, and that's why I wanted to do all this with Merrick, so I could find out what happened to her, so I could live long enough to, because she's an elf, because they live like 1,000 years. I've got maybe like 40. That's why I wanted to become a warforged, so I could live long enough to find out what happened to her, even if it takes like 300 years.
Oh, Emily, it's okay.
I
Well,
don't know. I'm sorry. It's just
It's
it's not something I like
it's
talking
fine.
about.
It's fine. It's emotion. Everyone fucking deals with it. I understand. You don't have to be scared.
I am
Showing it.
scared. I don't like being scared.
You know, being scared drives us. Shows us who's the cowards in life.
Well, then
Who
why
are
the
the
fuck
fucking
does this
brave.
have to do with Merrick's? This has nothing to do with him.
No, it's just wrong person, Wrong time.
Do you want to let the other two know? I think they have a right to know.
I think they should know what the hell's going on. I'm gonna keep an eye on Merrick's.
Please do.
Okay? John's gonna go to the cell and pulls up a seat like right in front of Merrick's cell.
Mm-hmm.
And then Emily will
Just-
probably tell the story to Sliver and Harriel of what happened to her
Liver
mom.
is standing right next to the cell. I was like, he hasn't left.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Like this guy's the danger to that he has been hired to protect Mariel from. Ain't no way he's leaving like this person's sight, you know.
all right, well then I will pull Harriel aside and I will tell Harriel everything I just told Jonah.
Yeah, well, so when Helios come back from gathering the paladins, you told her that. I don't know if Herial wants to comment
Because I
something
know you're
about
also connected to the Day of Mourning as well, in a sense.
Herial.
Ariel's going to fix you after you have your moment and just let out this entirety of pent up emotion and feelings towards that moment. There's going to be a quiet beat, and Ariel's going to just caution up closer to you and just give you very simple hug.
Emily's probably crying again, just not like reliving this memory.
And when you start crying, Harriel will just hold you, not saying anything, but she will just pat you on the head and just let it out.
Thank you. Like you can just see like all of like the badassness and like all of the being an adultness has just washes away when she starts talking about this. She is like a 15-year-old girl when she's talking about her.
Have a well-deserved inspiration point, Emily.
Thank you.
Uh,
What the fuck does this have to do with Merrick's?
sorry,
Uh,
my inner the inner evil that's necessary for DMing coming
they're
out.
what?
The inner evilness that you need to contact to be able to DM properly.
That moment where you that moment of I need to keep this in, otherwise my maniacal laughter will give it away.
Yes. So, you have Merrick's in there. He's looking at you through the bars. There is no double side mirrors in this world, but you have.
Again, it could be nothing. I don't know if Merrick's has any connection to mom or not. But if what he's saying is true, that's what reminded me of what happened 4 years ago. That was when I had the idea for all of this augmentation technology because I didn't want to die. I wanted to be able to live long enough to find out. But if he's saying he had the same idea in the Mournlands and someone taught him that, I want to know what the hell he's talking about.
He's there. This moment, we are at 1 in the morning, 1 hour after midnight. All the guards are nervous, but no alarm has sounded, so maybe you will be okay, or maybe not.
Do you want to go in there and ask him?
You you guys continue on with the interrogation. You see Harriel just looking a little bit on like off center. I'm
None of
going to
us are.
go and just oh sorry no finish your line.
None of us are in a good mood right now. It's okay.
This is probably just a case of the nerves, but I'm gonna go and just double check with the guards on the rotation. I'll be right back.
Just make sure those fuckers can just turn to anything, you know?
Right.
Okay.
I nod at Sliver as I walk through the door, and yeah, for however long it takes, wherever it's like a minute, 5, I'm just gonna go to the Nerix, like squad leader of those clerics, and just be like, give me a quick update, anything out of the ordinary, or we still in the all clear? Just give me a sight rep.
All right. Before Harriel leaves, Emily's gonna reach down. She's gonna pull out like a very small, like jet engine, and she's gonna attach them to your boots so you go faster.
I get boots.
You are now slightly faster for the next hour.
Well,
Perfect.
Eee.
So, who wants to take a crack at Merrick?
Do any of you want to say anything, or is this just me
I mean,
right now?
we gotta know where the vampire is somewhere. So I guess I'll take a crack. Sliver, you want to crack at this or no?
No, I'm just standing guard.
Okay. So I guess I'll just pass the vampire part.
But
Joe's gonna go up. Just gonna go up to Sale, say, "Hey, we had a little instigation with your pal, fucking Brim Stoker over there. Care to tell me where the hell he's living?"
he spent some time in my house, but he's not living anywhere.
No coffin? No.
The coffin, I don't know where he keeps it.
You don't know where he keeps it.
Bueno, es que está tratando de decir eso y veo que el cuerpo se sacude un momento cuando le pega la zona de verdad. Yo le pedí que no me diga dónde está su ataúd, pero sé cuáles son las propiedades a las que tiene acceso.
I'm sorry, what?
Did I just have a stroke?
No, o sea, le pegó la zona de verdad.
So I've been sunk to someone. Hold on.
Emily's gonna switch the language processor on her back to from Spanish to English.
Oh.
So, sorry. He
Hey, you're good. You're good.
the Son of Truth forced him to tell the truth. He lied, failed the save to be able to lie, and so now he tells.
Okay. Where is the coffin, Merrick's?
I don't know the exact location of the coffin.
Which building
but
is it in?
I know. I can't lie. I thought that I could defeat this fucking spell, but I can't lie, so I will have to remain silent.
I would
Well,
advise
at least-
against remaining silent.
At least on this topic.
What?
He is, after all, one of my few allies, and I honestly think that the only way that we can survive is if we can finish our project. So,
And Merrick's, I think I can give you a third option. You are currently on death row for what you have done, yes?
yeah, I know.
So you know, meaning right now you have no reason to cooperate with us. What if I told you I could fix that?
You can get me out of that row for killing thousands of people.
If you would be willing to be a lot. If I could, I have, and this group of people, we have contacts. And if you're willing to play nice with us, we might be able to get that sentence commuted.
That's roll a persuasion check. It's hard. It's a hard sell, so DC 20. But you don't have disadvantage.
All right, hey, can someone give me a hand with this? I'm not the best at persuasion.
Hold on. Let me check. Let me check my persuasion.
I only have like +4 to this.
Oh, hold on. Let me check. Let me check.
I have like no charisma.
Fireball's gonna help.
Cool, thanks.
Actually, yeah.
Woo, nat 20 with 8 another.
Oh,
Okay, Fireball.
Fireball got +4 to persuasion, so don't knock him.
I have +3, so
Fireball
yeah.
will approach Merrick's and say, "Look, man, if you want to save whatever you want to save, you need to be alive to do it, don't you? And you won't you won't survive this. We can make sure that you remain in prison, and maybe some of your allies can help you out, but they won't be able to help you out if you're dead. And with
Yeah, Emily really wants to kill Merrick's, but she's willing to accept life in prison if it means we guarantee he's in life in prison.
Jonah Jonah's kind of like giving a very disapproving like shake of head to Emily.
What? We need to give him something.
Okay, yeah, I can give you the direction. He asked me for one particular property that's close to the Dragon's Cemetery, the crypts of Sharn. He said that the Mabar energy in there was useful for his experiments, his own side of the investigation. So I give him the keys to one of my properties in the area.
So he's
I
not at the
think-
Enclave?
What?
He's not at like the main House Kneath building?
No, we think about that, but he made his activities there, but went to sleep in another place. It's mostly the idea was that if one of us was defeated, the other could try to rescue the other.
Well, I appreciate you being honest about that, even if you are being magically compulsed to be honest about that.
Yeah, I like the idea of not dying. It's important for the rest of my plan.
And what would those plans be?
We need, yeah. No, I think that's beneficial. Even I don't think that I can convince you that I am in the right, but at least someone else should know. And you're not half as stupid as most people. So
Merrick's, I
there
was
is
fully
something-
willing to work with you on this if you were
Yes,
willing
I
to
know,
be reasonable.
but we have some differences, and I think that you are too naive. But I hear me out. There is one creature, one entity inside the morning, and that entity is limited in there. But I have been investigating how did it manage to create the effect that I call it a she, because I think something in my head tells me that, but that she created.
Are you talking about
Uh,
the Lord of Blades?
no, no, no. The Lords of Blades, he's just. I think he's just a rogue, a warforged, but maybe he's being influenced by this creature.
Who
I
is
think
this
that when you
creature?
are in, something that talks to your head. That's why I mean, I talk about that, and I'm so insane. But when you have been in there, you have been inspired, and I think that that thing wants to get out and expand. And I have been investigating some legends from the Age of Demons, and maybe it has. And I think that whatever is in there, it's one of them.
A female voice inside the Moorlands trying to teach people and trying to get out of something.
Yeah, trying to expand the moorlands. I think when she spoke in my head, I managed to get a glimpse. I think to her true thought, and she's planning an expansion.
What did this voice sound like? Just curious.
Whispers. In a sense, she sounded a lot. That this would be weird, but she sounded a lot like. Yeah, now I sound more crazy. She sounded a lot like my mother. She was the previous head of the house.
So she
Mother.
sounded like a human, not an elf.
Often humans sound similar when talking through whispers in your head, but I was under the impression that it was someone that I knew personally. Sounded
Who was your mom? Is she still alive?
no, she died in the morning.
Hmm.
But I know that it's not her. Whatever he was telling me, what she was thinking, it's not her. It was something using her voice. I think that. I am not sure. I hate not being able to make proper, reasonable assumptions, but I have this instinct telling me that the morning is not over. It won't just stay there forever. And when I started to think about Dwarforged and I started to investigate, well, the Lords of Blade actually prove it. Dwarforged are immune to the effects of the morning, or resistant at least.
Well, yes, that's why I wanted. That's why I came to you and said I want to be able to spread this technology to make people more
Yeah,
protected.
yeah, but the thing is, well, one thing. Well, I was investigating that. I was with you with that, but then I got approached by Kessler, and he told me that he knew someone of great knowledge and power, someone that was so powerful that I think that that's probably an exaggeration, but something about the dragons themselves fearing her.
And this is a her, you're saying.
Yeah.
Who the hell is this person?
She's the head of the Emerald Claw,
Do you have a name?
Lady Ilmarrow.
Does that name mean anything to me?
No, no, that way you have her, the terrorist that you have arrested, the mage that attacked your body, was interrogated by Thorn about Lady Silmarrow's location.
Who is Lady Elmaro? Sorry if this is a really obvious thing.
No, no, that's not obvious.
Do we know who this person is?
No, you don't know. You only know that Thorn was interested in her and that a body worked for her.
Who the hell is Lady Elmaro, Marix?
She's a sorcerer, a wizard, more properly. Amazing power, master of necromancy.
This is that fucking like half dragon woman who caused the War of the Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember reading that book. Okay, I know who this character is now. Sorry, that's completely out of character.
Yeah. I think that maybe she told me have the opportunity to talk with her one night, and
You've
she
met this
told me
woman?
that yeah,
And what's her interest in
uh,
Warforged?
she started to ask about the fact that Warforged had living bodies, and as I was trying to create a living Warforged, she was interested if I could build her a living body to be able to truly resurrect an undead, to take
I
an
mean,
undead soul
that's not
and make
entirely out of
it.
the question, but she wants to bring back the lost bloodline? Oh shit.
If she able to do that. She was not a bad person. The dragons murdered her, but
Doesn't
I
she
don't know.
carry like the mark of death that murders people?
She
Isn't that the
doesn't.
whole reason behind the
No,
War of the Mark?
I have lived long enough to know that history is written by the winners. But
So you're willing to
mostly,
help this sorcerer?
I am willing to help anyone that can give me the knowledge and power that we will need to fight whatever is inside that mist. We have become weak.
There's no army inside the Mournlands. It's horrible magical radiation. You don't need an army. You need protected people. I am absolutely down for clearing Sire, but this is not the way of going about it with slaves.
If we send people with conscience there.
There's an entire village of people called New Sire who are more than willing, who would be more than willing to volunteer themselves to go into the
Yes.
Mournland.
And what if they go in there and this thing infects their mind? I have resisted because my mind is stronger than the ones of villagers and soldiers and nobles.
Well, then you teach people how to resist mental influence. You don't make them mindless slaves.
He looks at you, says, "Oh yeah, because that's so easy."
It's a okay. Tell me, mind blank or whatever that spell is called. Does that still exist in fifth edition, where you make
Yeah,
people just immune? Yeah, there is magic that exists, Merrick, that can do that.
yeah, it works for minutes. We need something that can work in there for days or months without being infected.
Well, there are ways to do that without completely reducing a subject's autonomy. You're taking the
Yeah,
easy
well,
way around thing.
this is not the point. This is not the point. You will want to agree with this, and you will want me to be in prison, and I will try to escape. And that's the way it is.
Okay, if you're going
Uh,
to admit to escaping, then what's stopping me from shooting you right now? Answer me that.
that's a good question.
Meaning you're
And
not going to try to escape.
I won't try to escape. I won't try to escape. Yeah, I can say that, and even in this inside this circle, I won't try to escape. I am powerless here.
I punch him again.
Punch him. He spits some blood. Well, I have told you what I needed to tell you, and you know the location of my friend. So I think that we don't have a lot more to talk about. Please, if any god can come in here, I will give the full inheritance of the house to my daughter so she might continue my work even if she disagrees with me.
You'd be willing to do that just like that?
I don't think that they will ever give me back my company, even if I ever, if I were to be free again, I don't think that I will be able to present myself in society. So,
And why is that? Why exactly did you detonate a nuclear bomb outside a train station? Or
I
a
was going
magical bomb?
I was going to kill the. For it served two purposes. One, test new technology. It worked. And two, I wanted you and the other head of House Canid dead.
And surely you didn't think you were going to get away with that.
If all of you have died, yes,
And where the hell did you get the technology to cause that sort of an event? The Emerald Claw?
that was when I told you that Lady Marrow had the power and knowledge to fight what is inside the morning. I told you that because she has given me proof.
You
Well, that
saying
was the
Lady
proof.
Marrow caused the morning?
No, no, no. She can. No, no. But she has knowledge about how to create these. How can we call them? Planar interference, intrusion. Yeah,
And she has the magic to just do that.
yeah. It's an expensive ritual, but it can be done.
You're going to tell me how to do this.
And now you have a reason not to shoot. I like it.
Like, do you want to know how to do this? And like, just seem like safe to have on command, you know?
Why do I want to create a ritual to bring undead to the material plane? Not in particularly, but there are other planes that are much more useful.
Yeah.
Looks at you. Merrick looks at you, smiles a little, and says, "All my investigation, it's in a secure location inside my house. I will give instructions to my daughter about where to find those things, and I will recommend her to give you access to the investigation. We need those weapons if we don't want to become slaves again.
Slaves to who? What is this army you are wanting to fight in the Mournlands? There is no
Not an
army.
army, not yet. A creature, something. I saw images in my mind. She used to rule the land, and the land itself follow her will as now the Moorlands follow her will. She used to be able to command vast armies of demons and monstrosities, and
So
there
there's
were
this
others.
giant demon army somewhere in the Moorlands, and everything you've done has been to fight against this invisible army. You have no proof.
Yes, I know that Arizona. He says in defeat,
Merrick, I
but
thought you were more intelligent than this.
damn it. Well, I hope that my investigation can be used in the future, and that the people that I have killed have not died in vain.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Emily's gonna pull out that that thing I've been lugging around for like the last 5 sessions, the soul transfer thing, and say,
Oh
"What the
yeah,
hell
that
is
thing.
this? We found it in your creation forge. You're going to tell me what it is."
This was a prototype. You put a warforged body with a Siberian shard in its head. You take a mortal, or at least you take something with a conscious, and it transfers the conscious from this to the warforged body.
Also a funnel.
Yeah,
This is a funnel that can turn. Oh shit! I'm writing that down.
please do.
And
Jonah kind of like slides like slipper. And should be careful with that. I'd rather not have you finicking with that too much, Emily.
no, this is perfect. Then this is what I've been looking for. We could poke you into this, grab a Warforged body, then it's your soul in a Warforged body. Perfect.
Yes.
I would not.
I hope that you use it because I have right now it works 90% of the time. When I started, it worked 5% of the time.
I
Merrick, you
walk
and
up
I
to
both have the
Emily.
same goal here. Yes?
I walk up to Emily. May I see it?
Only if you promise me not to smash it.
I'm not gonna smash it.
I will trust Liver on this. I will hand it to him.
If you are lying, remember that you have to roll a save because you're in a son of truth.
I'm not lying.
Oh, perfect.
I hand the thing to him.
I left my sword on the outside of the cell. I grab each end of it and I rip it apart.
No! I would like to try and stop him.
Okay. Give me an initiative check.
Okay?
Oh,
12.
12. Yeah, you go first, Emily. How you want to stop him?
Shit. What kind of spell do I have right here? That one. I guess I'd like to use my hammer and. No, I don't want to hurt him.
Well, considering he's a barbarian, you will have to hit him a lot of times to hurt him. So,
can I roll initiative too?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm about to roll initiative too.
I would like to use my Tinker's tools to temporarily turn his arms offline enough for me to grab my thing
Mm.
again.
so but unless you have a spell for that, it will be hard.
I do not have any spells for disabling Warforged.
So you will have the only thing that you may have. You can try to disarm him.
Can I try to disarm him with my hammer?
Yeah, I don't know how disarming. I don't remember how disarming works in Fifth Edition.
I don't know if there's rules for that.
I think that there are, but there should be.
Disarming attack, that's basically. Hold up. Yeah. A creature can use a weapon attack to knock a weapon or another item from a target's grasp. The attacker makes an attack roll contested by the target's strength, athletics, or dexterity, acrobatics check. If the attacker wins the contest, the attack costs no damage or other ill effect.
Yeah, I don't want to
But the
hurt him,
defender
but I
dropped
want to like bonk him on the hand.
No, but like,
basically.
yeah, basically, you're slamming it out of my hand,
Yeah,
but you have to make an attack roll.
yeah, against
A very beefy motherfucker.
athletics check from Sliver.
15 versus your opposed check.
And it was a acrobatics or athletics check. So
God damn it!
Okay, give me a simple attack check. The AC of the object will be 10, but mostly the damage is the important part.
So me.
Yeah.
What kind of attack? Just
Oh, sorry, Sean. You're going to do something? You have
Yeah. Can I just grab it from him, like quickly, or
grab the object.
yes, that would be athletics, right?
You can actually do it. Yeah, it's a free action.
Okay, yeah, I'll just grab it.
So, Sliver, you grab your sword to hit the helmet. Emily, hit
no. I didn't grab a sword. I was just gonna rip it like straight apart. I wasn't gonna smash it. I didn't lie.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So you are trying to. In that case, Shona, if you want to take that away from Sliver, it will be an attack check against his athletics.
Attack. Okay, so
You
like
can use any attack in this case.
okay, I'll choose my Sonic Blades and all that stuff.
So
24.
24. Sliver, roll athletics.
I don't think I can do that again.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
Fuck.
okay.
Okay, Sliver, Jonah takes away
Crystal.
the helmets. There are two helmets held together by some wire.
Okay.
So that you have the thing in your hands. Hammer gets inside like, what the fuck is happening?
Sliver, what the fuck?
All right.
That's like my life's work right there. And Merrick's has done it.
I like to
Yeah.
put it in my leather briefcase or leather bag and lock it so none of them can get through it.
Okay.
And
Somebody,
that's it.
Sliver, will you allow him to do that, or will you try to take it away again?
Does he respond to my what the fuck?
No, at this point I am really fucking angry. Because what you are doing is not. It is not okay. Like
Well, then
you
let's
aren't
talk
supposed
about this.
yeah, we have, and your position is Warford Kawaii. More of them, please. And the only Warforged is like, you don't know what you're talking about. Please stop. And
Well,
like
let's talk
I'm like,
about it.
if I destroy this thing, what my fears are won't come to pass. So I'm gonna take up my sword and I'm gonna smash Jonah's bag.
You better not smash it. That should cost like 50 gold. That's a designer bag, man.
Can I
So-
throw a spell on Jonah to protect them?
Yeah, I think that we will have a fight in here.
Motherfucker.
I wasn't expecting that, but
Okay, Emily, Sliver,
am
I'm
not-
so sorry.
I am not complaining. It makes sense. In this moment, all of your characters have a clear
Conflicting
motivation, and they are not compatible.
It's like that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest when they're fighting over the key.
Yeah.
basically.
Like, this has
Very
been
much.
Emily's goal, is to basically do exactly what this item says, is turn
Yes,
people into
that's-
Warforged.
and because of that, you cannot back down. Sliver, on the other hand, considers that to be a really bad idea. So,
So let's
he can
fucking
back
talk
down.
about it.
yeah, that will make sense, but
Barbarian.
Talked about it
We have
many
a motive.
times.
Okay, you choice. Let me get this straight. Emily wants to take it because of life's work and shit, and Sliver wants to do it because it's a moral honor thing.
I
And
wouldn't do
Jonah,
it to anyone who didn't want to become a Warforged. I'm not going to be a Merrick's. I want to be able to give people protection, to be able to work in the Mournland, to be able to restart Sire as a civilization.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. Just based on turning people into Warforged, you said it was also a way of preventing overpopulation.
Exactly.
You are actually sterilizing people.
I
No,
I
no,
can give them their genitals.
Like Warforged can't have kids.
Why not?
Period. Because they're metal.
I can make a
mean,
metal
can't-
vagina if I want to, damn it.
Okay,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
vagina,
whoa, whoa.
but not womb, not ovaries. Like
Yes, I
Well,
can.
Out
No,
character
you
moment
can't.
Here.
you're not
Wait,
really
wait.
sure. So,
I
sorry.
can make a robo
Ow.
penis if I want to.
well,
what?
robopenis already exists. Sliver has one.
What, Harry?
No, I was asking a question out of character because I hear the point, but as one who's not that familiar with Eberron, is that canon? Is that actual canon? Is it canon in the universe that Warforged cannot be given the ability to procreate?
Yes, it's canon.
Warfare has to be
On
built.
the other hand, no one really tried.
I have
Because
full
of that-
intention of allowing.
No.
I have no intention of sterilizing the human race. I intend to make
No.
people Warforged in order to give people protection. And if people want to have children, yes, I believe it is possible to invent the ability for a Warforged to become a dad. I believe that is possible. I have no
And
intention
here's
of
the-
sterilizing people.
Here's the place where your philosophy differs greatly with Sliver's. He does not believe that you should.
You don't want to be a dad?
No. Like, he doesn't believe that they were built to be dads. He were built to have a purpose, not to find a purpose.
And if people want to if people want to be parents like humans are, they
Yeah.
should have the right
Then
to
they
do
can
that.
be then they can be parents, but they should not be made into warforged and then parents.
I
Because
only
that is
intend to turn people
incompatible.
into
That
Warforged
is
who want
his
to be.
opinion. That is his way of thinking.
If
So what you're
someone is
doing is
dying of poison and I have a way of making someone immune to poison, or if someone is drowning and I have the ability to make them breathe without using lungs, they should have a right to have those things.
All
yes, those are
right.
called spells.
Yeah.
Qu- qu-
Sorry. One second for this. Sliver, I will ask you to get in character because this. I think this argument could
All
be
right.
bigger, be more productive and dramatic if we do that.
I'm in
I,
Other
character.
than that,
Mm.
go on.
question.
Yeah. If you need to make any question outside, perfect. But
Uh,
for the arguments, keep them inside. Yeah,
all
Shonen,
right.
what's your question?
All right. So we're in a room right now.
Yeah.
Can the door be closed? Like, can I step out and just close it, block a chair in it?
You have one door in here. Sorry,
Yeah, there's no. Yeah,
you have
because
to block it, and Merix is in this cell.
wait, do we have to actually have a battle map for this? Or
Yeah, sorry, I didn't move you to the battle map. It's
no, no.
Yeah, I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
I prefer to have this as a verbal argument, not a.
No, well, but
There's-
maybe it can turn into a violent argument, and the battle map was mostly in case someone or something tried to rescue Merix.
all right. So Jonah's gonna start walking out of the room when they're having their debate, basically.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
It's like,
also,
Hammer-
is Isabel at full
Hammer
health right
is
now or
there.
no?
What?
Is Isabel at full health right now or no?
No, you never took a moment for.
Oh,
for
yeah,
rest.
shit, that is correct. Never mind. Fucking fix her.
okay, all right. Emily, Sliver, I'm sorry if I'm gonna do something very stupid, but it's gonna be funny stupid. You know, I'm sorry for both of you.
That device is my life's work in a box.
Yes,
Sure.
but you never asked, is it worth your life? Is it worth everybody's life?
I'm not asking for everybody's life. I'm asking for willing volunteers to go into the moorland. It's just like putting on like a
Build
hazmat
a suit.
Yes,
Build
but
armor.
permanent.
Yes, permanent. They cannot change back.
Why would you want to change back? Why would you want to willingly make yourself require food, air, water, nausea, disease? We could eradicate disease from all of Sharn.
We'll do that, but
Yes!
do not turn them into us.
What's
Why?
wrong with that?
Hammer.
What's wrong with being Warforged? It's amazing.
I
Because one is not good. Plenty is better.
I do not
What
see
is a human if it lives forever?
a better
It
human.
is no, it is a miserable human. You aren't meant to live for.
and she carries something else with her. She is the last descendant of the 13th dragon mark, the dragon mark of death.
Oh, is this that fucking? I remember reading something about.
Forever. Elves aren't meant to live forever. The things that live forever are miserable.
I happen to disagree with that. And if someone wants to destroy themselves, they have more than welcome to have the right to destroy themselves. But I think the point when someone has the ability to end their life should be their choice, not nature's.
So you will force people to end themselves. You will force people to commit suicide because you cannot see that what you're doing is against natural laws.
If someone wants to become a Warforged, if someone wants to live forever, that should be their choice, and that is the choice I offer people.
What
if someone
happens when you
wants
turn
to
them
die,
into a Wordforged? What happens?
they become better. They become immune to the need to sleep. They don't need to eat anymore. They don't need to drink anymore. They are completely protected in a case of hardened adamantine. They don't need to. They're not vulnerable to poisons or disease or negative levels or all the other fucking immunities Warforged get nowadays. They become a person, but better.
What happens to their person?
Look at me.
What happens
I'm
to the mind?
I am the same person I was when I was a human.
Is there no parts of you that is biological?
My mind is biological. Probably some of my torso
your
is still
brain?
bio. Yes, I am still
Yeah.
myself in my
So
mind.
you are not a Warforged. You are
Yes,
not a
I
Warforged.
am.
No, you're not. You're talking about making people into only metal and a little bit of maybe biological tissue that
I want to
isn't flesh.
I want to synthesize human and flesh and bring them together. I want the green
you're not
ending
talking-
from Mass Effect.
All right, a question.
Yeah.
How far can detect magic penetrate? Like, can it penetrate like a lead box?
Yeah.
So there's like no blockage. Like, you know?
I think that there's one counter spell. There is one spell to. I think.
Also, I hate to leave in the middle of this argument, but I do have to actually go give my dog some meds right now because it's
Yeah.
12:30.
No.
Sorry about
Take
that.
care of the puppy.
I need to go take care of my
Take care
doggo.
of the
Sorry.
puppy. The dogs come first, always.
Well, if that's the case, and you guys want to take like a quick 5 minutes out, limber up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cool. Okay. Cool. I'll take before I go stretch. Lucas, you don't actually have to give me a response. I just want to know if you've been getting my messages.
Oh, no, I haven't been checking them. Sorry.
Okay. No,
No.
it's fine. It's fine. Just take a look when you get the chance. Don't give me an answer now.
It's
I just wasn't sure.
in Discord. You have been sending me message.
I was using the whisper function on roll 20
Oh
instead
yeah,
of just directly pinging on.
that's
Oh,
probably why I haven't. Yeah, I
Uh,
have.
right. So yeah,
on the roll 20 or
yeah. I was sending them as
Yeah, now I
whispers.
see them. Now I see them. Now I
So
see them.
yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
we have come back.
uh,
You are coming back this moment. I think that this will be a proper location. You are hearing the discussion. You run with. You cross paths with a nervous bunny.
Cool. That'll be fun to interact with when we come back. All right. Gonna go stretch it out.
Yeah, good point. I will go back in 5. Yeah.
Okay, all good. Happy to argue about transhumanism again.
right now Jonas is like probably gonna hide this shit somewhere.
What's wrong with it?
Or
It's perfect.
I mean, listen, either
Do you not
I don't
believe
care.
that solving disease forever is not a logical goal, and
I
making
mean,
the Borderland accessible again is not the best thing to accomplish?
there's a lot of layers to a thing. You know, it's a very
Which is why I'm not going to do what Merrick's is doing, and I'm going to do it only on willing subjects.
it's listen.
If
There's a
someone
lot
is
of
dying of poison, I have the cure.
there's a lot of parameters to everything. You know what I mean? So like right now, I'm gonna put somewhere nowhere, neither of you
Why? It's something. I'm
can
not saying
find
we
it.
need to
Or
turn people into fully Warforged, but it's a tool on the path to progress.
I listen. I'm not saying we should destroy it, nor should we have it. I'm just saying like at this
As
point, I
long
feel like
as Sliver can't smash it, if you want to keep a hold of it, by all means.
it's at this point it's just evidence. So
But if you have a problem with what I'm doing, I'd prefer if you said it to my face.
but is in character or out of character?
Both. Probably just in
Oh,
character, though.
it's
I'm not mad at you, Fred. Don't worry. My
oh
character's
no
just a
no.
giant nerd.
I know she's a nerd. I don't know.
What's the problem with
There's
turning
just
everyone into Warforged? I don't see a downside to this, as long as it
there's
is done carefully and managed correctly.
some people just like being human.
Well, if they want to be human, they should have a right to be. I'm not going to infringe on that. But if someone is dying of disease and wants a cure, or if someone's arms are missing, well, I have a new set of arms right here. Yes, there are magical solutions to that, but I think this is a lot easier and a lot less expensive.
Yeah, maybe guess so. Hey, is Ariel? Ariel, you here? Nah, she's
She
doing something right
left
now.
she left the philosophical argument.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just
I'm
curious.
sorry. I'm a transhumanist, and I made a transhumanist character. I didn't mean to cause so much party drama.
Listen, I'm Fred's holding it. No, Jonah is holding it. That neither. It's just it's there. It's like he has it. Oh, hey, Lucas.
I'm sorry for causing party drama for making my character a cyborg.
No,
I
no,
can roll up a different character.
no, but it's something that you both have. I mean, today I have more Spanish in my head than usual. I mean, you have your beliefs. Okay, for you to argue about whatever you believe in that workforce are an improvement of life. Sliver believes that workforce are not an improvement of life.
And he's the Warforged.
Yeah, that's what he believes.
I'm not gonna say where Jonah's gonna put the thing, but I don't think either of you know where it would be at that point. Probably. Yeah. I'm probably gonna actually.
If you, Jonah,
No,
do you believe that people should be able to? Do you believe that if someone out there is dying, they don't have arms, that they should be able to be given the right to get awesome robo arms. This is the technology that can do that.
Well, the fact is that what you have in your hands is not the same that you did to yourself.
This is
This is
a different type of
soul.
technology I would like to study. I am
Yeah,
not going
it
to
is
subject
soul
anyone to
transfer.
this who did not
Yeah,
willingly choose to do so.
it's a soul transfer.
So you
I'm
can
not going to
technically.
secretly turn your mind into a warforged without you consenting. I'm not Merrick's.
Okay. For now, I'm gonna keep it with me, and I'll think about it. Okay. You trust me, Emily. All right. I'm not gonna break it.
I trust you not to break it. I don't know if I trust him not to break it, though.
But a Sliver.
I think that
It,
hasn't returned yet.
Yes, I
oh,
have. I'm
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
yeah. And Sliver, I promise I won't sell it or use it on anyone. I just need to keep it somewhere safe. Okay. But I promise both of you, I will not use it for any nefarious things. I just need to confiscate
Why?
Like
for a little bit.
I trust you. You can't use it. I don't want her to use it.
Why?
Because, first, you do not know what happens to the mind of the person you're using it on. Two,
I
you
did
don't
it to
make them
myself,
better.
and
You
I'm
make
fine.
them. No, you didn't. You didn't take your mind and put it in a metal body. You replaced your body with metal parts. It's a
Same
massive
thing.
difference. No, it isn't. Stop. Please. You do not
Emily,
know what happens to the person. You do not make them better, you make them stronger. People who are weak act good. People who are strong can be evil. You do not know what happens.
And so the solution to that is to find out what happens. Willing subjects.
I mean, we
That's
can
how
go through
technology
his.
progresses forward.
All right.
You want people to be able to be medics. You don't want to be medics. That's the problem here.
What?
That's what's going to happen. People are going to take this technology and do to other people what Merrick's is doing, and you are too naive to see it.
But I'd only be doing this to willing subjects.
You will only do it, but people will come in, kill you, take the technology, and do it to others.
I mean,
All right, I'm back.
all right. Hey, welcome back to our
But if I'm the
Okay,
only
so
one who can.
what was it called? Oh, shit, what was it called? Fuck, what was it?
Philosophical debate about metaphysical bodies and shit.
yeah,
No. TED Talk. TED Talk. There we go. I it skipped my brain for a second. I was about to call it a Tom Talk for a
I
second.
have plans to allow no one but me to be able to be the one, or me and people I trust to be the ones who are able to administer technology. I am currently in the preliminary stages of incorporating a glyph of warding type magic into the infusion. Meaning, if anyone who is transformed into this without my permission, following my blueprint, I could say a word and they could explode. Meaning, this would
And
never
you
be
are
a problem again.
claiming that you are good.
Yes.
You are claiming that you are different than Merrick's, killing people for simply looking at your work.
I'm not going to kill anyone for looking at my work. What?
You just said that you could. You are planning to do it.
If someone tried to steal my shit, absolutely. But no one's going to
But how
steal
do you
my
know if they're
stuff.
stealing it or just looking?
Because
I
it's a.
am telling you, destroy it and we avoid the entire problem.
I'm not going to kill myself just because you think people are not going to use this technology.
I'm talking about the head things.
Yes.
Destroy those. Leave this.
But we could
You
learn
are not
so
killing
much from it.
yourself. You can do what you've done to yourself to others, but do not turn them into Warforged.
I turned myself into a Warforged. It's the same thing.
You are not a Warforged.
I
You are
am a
still human.
Warforged.
You have prosthetics.
What is the difference
Sounds
between a
good.
Warforged and a person with a lot of prosthetics? It's a little bit of flesh. Replacing that little
A
bit of flesh
Warforged
does
were
not get rid of
built
a.
as a Warforged.
Uh,
Are you telling me if I
Is
use
Emily?
this to turn you into a human, you wouldn't still be Warforged? Who someone
No,
is more
I
than
would be
just their
human.
body. No, it's not how souls work.
But the soul isn't what we're talking about. We're talking about the body. You're telling me that you turn people into Warforged, but then you're telling me that you can turn me not into a human. But your own logic doesn't work here.
Uh, question. So,
Yeah.
Emily, you're in the hall, right, with me? Or
I'm around here somewhere.
no. Harry.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was talking with this one guy over here. So yeah, I'd be making my way back, and yeah, I'd be running into you.
Wait, John's gonna kind of grab Harry on the back ear, like, right over here.
Yeah.
Alright, Ariel, can you do me a huge favor?
Yes, sure.
You see Jonah kind of like fiddle with the combination on his leather bag. You remember this crystal?
Uh,
Show,
yes.
yeah.
Why?
Okay, they're just fucking bickering about it. Can you do me a favor and hide somewhere in here? I gotta come back to it. Come back for it and put it somewhere. You know,
Okay, sure. Okay, I'll hold on to the crystal.
just like stash it somewhere in here and tell me where. And don't tell him you know put it somewhere because I'm gonna put it somewhere safe so he doesn't go. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. Harriel's looking to you a little confused. I hide the crystal. Did something happen? Are we compromised in some way?
It's more of a. It's like when those things where like, hey, something doesn't sound as bad, but it is kind of bad and weird. It's like a weird debate they're having about it, you know. So
Harriel's like squinting, but in the end, she'll take the crystal and be like, "Oh, okay, all right. I'll look for some place to hide the crystal. I guess. All right.
and just tell me where it is when you find it, so I can properly. He's got air quote put it somewhere. Huh?
Sure.
Right,
Okay.
just don't tell Emily and Slipper about it, please. Huh? All
Okay. I I won't. All right. With that happening, uh,
Okay.
with we haven't been to this garrison before, correct?
No, you haven't.
Great. Can I use my soldier background to just establish a general layout of said garrison?
Yeah.
Okay, then based off of that, can I narrow down some places that, would be normally looked over or not looked at as much when because I'm basing this like when it comes to inspection time, when the superior officers come by, there's they can't go through every portion of the base. So we'll do our best, make sure everything's up to code, and nobody's dropped the ball in terms of making sure that we're at fighting capacity. But obviously, there's going to be some areas that don't get looked at as much. Can I, based on while I don't have a general, why I don't have a proper layout of the garrison, can I use my general military knowledge to just narrow down some possible location?
Yeah.
All
What
right,
location?
because I want to go to based off that information, I want to go to a possible location and use that location as a quick hideaway for the crystal. I'm going to trust what Jonah is telling me and hide the crystal, and then I'll head back and tell Jonah where I hit the crystal. It,
Perfect.
hit the crystal, and obviously not walking on the party murdering itself.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, you hide it in this area over here is a library, and you look at some of the books that you can see which ones haven't been moved in ages because of the dust.
Okay?
So you put the crystals. They are headbands. Yeah, the two headbands behind those books. It should be hidden unless someone is looking like really hard.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll go and hide the crystal at that particular location, library, and I will make my. After I do that, I'll make my way back to where I'm assuming Jonah is going to be back in the room with back in the interrogation room with everybody else. So
No,
that's where I'll.
no, he's still in the hall waiting for you to come back.
Oh, then that's the case. When I round the corner, I should be seeing you then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
okay, I'm not gonna ask why, but I went hit the crystal just whenever you get the chance. I lean down, like it's gonna be in the library in the room behind us. Make sure to go over to this particular shelf and look at these three books. Going to be behind there. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Thanks
All
so
right.
much. Here. All right.
No trouble at all. Now let's go and see you guys. I've been gone for a while. Let's go and see how. Let's go and see if these two have made any progress with Merrick's and such. And open the door.
All right.
Sliver,
No fire. Nay.
is there anything I can tell you or anything I can do to convince you that I'm not Merrick's?
I am not saying you are medics. I'm saying you will allow others to be. You will allow others to become. You
Even with all these safety
aren't.
protocols.
Doesn't matter.
J-
Today you feel like this. Tomorrow we don't know. The only way to safeguard our future is to not do it. You do not know what this will do to people. We don't know how Warforged, what happens to us in 100 years. Because we are too young.
You don't
We do not
age.
know anything about us.
You don't age. You
But
don't
we
have
don't.
replacements.
But
Flesh
do we
ages,
know that we
metal
don't
doesn't.
All right,
degrade?
Joe's gonna walk up and
We
say,
don't know if we degrade.
Then you replace a few
Yeah.
parts. It's a lot easier than
Can we
replacing a fleshy
can we
arm.
replace our minds?
Yes!
No, we cannot. We cannot replace our minds.
You
The
can.
mind degrade. It will get destroyed.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
But
John's gonna.
that is the
Sorry, sorry.
Yeah.
You know, you can go ahead, Sliver. Sorry, I was just gonna say.
I was done. I just wanted to reply to the not if I have anything to say about it.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna say, like John's gonna say, I put it somewhere so it can no longer. I don't think it can hurt anybody. So end of story. You know, it's
not,
gone.
It's not about the device, Jonah. It's about making people immortal. And Sliver is not all right with me granting this gift to people.
Listen, I rather not age and lose touch on what the hell's going on. I'd rather be if I'm dead, I'm dead person. That's me personally. Right?
But
But
if people are dying and want a few extra moments, should I not be allowed to grant that to them? If people are dying of poison, if people are dying of hunger, of disease, should I not be able to
But
fix that?
that's not what we are talking about.
That
We're
is
talking about
exactly what
you.
we're talking about.
No, you are talking about ripping a soul from a body and putting it into another. We are not talking
Yes!
about you replacing an arm. We're not talking about you replacing a leg or giving them an iron stomach. We're talking about you ripping a soul from a body and putting it in another. And we don't know what that does
Alright.
to people.
Well, that's why
Um,
science isn't about why, it's about why not. It's about testing theories and going
And
forward
I'm
with those
telling you
theories.
why not. Because we
um,
Emily,
don't know what it does.
And
Emily, I'm gonna
you're
be
not willing to take that risk.
You
Lucas.
some.
leave the Warforged to show you what happened to the Warforged, not forcing or making fleshlings into Warforged to then discover what if in 15 years' time they all start to degrade and you have 10,000 of these fleshling Warforged breaking down, being in terrible pain, agony because of you.
Well, then I shoot them in the head. That
Emily,
is the
So then you murder them all.
Emily,
what?
I think we're done here. Rather than not go into ethics of if life should go on when there's a point to where life is done. I rather leave that up to the universe. There's a point to where I'm like, yeah, it might help them, but there's a point to where like it doesn't really mentally or like physically. It's just to the point. Yeah, so called, but like sometimes you can't rely on some things. Okay, I just rather leave it at that, please.
Jonah, I
Emily.
agree with you. I at first wanted to leave things to the universe. Then I find out what happened. You want to know what happens after you die? There isn't any heaven, there isn't any fluffy clouds, your soul goes to dull earth, and then you slowly wither away. I found that out about 6 months ago. I personally don't want to wither away, but it seems I
Are you
can't
sure?
convince you otherwise. Oh yes, there's proof. So I could send you a book on the plane of death. I can tell you exactly what
Don't.
happens when you die. Ain't no gods, ain't no heaven up there. Just you
To me,
slowly wither away.
my opinion, it matters what you do here. Otherwise, I don't. They can listen.
Can I interject for just 1 second, please?
Go ahead, Harry. The floor is yours. I'd rather not go another Plato
Cool.
debate.
Cool. So Harriel's listening to all this, and and as this discussion is going, you know how that table's in the middle of the room?
Yeah, what about it?
Harriel goes and literally puts a fist through it in the most loud way possible. That is enough. May I remind all three of you that we're here trying to get the information we need to stop individuals from creating a very immediate issue. And more importantly, we may be suffering from an attack from a vampire, a known associate to Merrick's. So I was hoping that while I was gone, making sure that we are not caught off guard, the three of you together were able to come up with not only the information to stop this, but the information to help us possibly even go after the vampire, shadow Emily, and make sure that that nobody takes advantage of the fact that she's alone and completely unguarded. Two of you can talk with the Garen Master here and see if they can give you some of the clerics to go with you and go and take care of that vampire. And once we've neutralized all the immediate threats, we're going to all get back together. We're all going to sit down and we're going to iron out this air.
Okay.
Okay?
Props to Hariel for this wonderful role playing.
Yeah, well, I give you inspiration to for taking the leadership position in this moment that was so sorely needed.
Yeah, yeah. All
I
right.
disappeared for I disappeared for 30 minutes. It took long enough. It took long enough. If it was
Yeah.
5 minutes, I'd be surprised. But this was 30 minutes. The garrison's very, very large.
You
All
are
right.
party mom for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am strenuously suggesting that, and I'm looking. I look towards Sliver, Fireball, and Jonah as I'm saying that.
All right. You want extra hands for clerics because I can
Oh,
round up.
I think I am.
What class is Fireball anyway?
Yeah. What is he?
He's a spellcaster, but so basically he's a mix between bard and warlock.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
So Fireball will actually look at all of you and say, so now it's the power we hunt.
What do you say?
Oh no, I mean, can you actually repeat that? I don't think we caught what
Oh,
Fireball
sorry.
said.
So this is the part where we go hunting.
Well,
I reach up a
ha-
hand and like rub his ears and go, yes.
well, hold on. Hariel, you'll check up on Emily, right?
I'm going to go, and at the very least, I'm going to shadow Emily and make sure that nobody takes advantage of us being separated. The very
Okay.
I may not trust the blood of all, but unless they're completely and utterly hand in hand with Merrick's over there, at the very least they wouldn't like somebody taking advantage of them, giving sanctuary in order to stage an attack.
I
But
see.
I'm not going to leave Emily on her own like this, especially when emotions are running high like that. But
Okay.
regardless of what's going on, we still have a vampire to deal with, and that's why I'm trusting the three of you to go and take care of it. I'm only asking you all to take some clerics with you because it's still a vampire. You could use some ability to combat the undead.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't want us to wait up for you?
It's not it's not a matter of wanting to wait. We shouldn't waste what little time we have
All
because
right.
I'm gonna I'll look to Sliver on this one. You and I both know how hard hitting that vampire was.
All right. All right. Well, all right. Just check up on Emily. See how she's doing. Okay. I'll do that other thing. You know what I mean? And
Unless something else happens, I'll we'll most likely both be at the blood of the falls. So
uh,
just stay strong and stay safe. All right, all three of
okay.
you.
All right.
Hammer, I swear on on the embers of the silver flame. If anything happens to Merrick, you're going to get.
No,
And
he won't escape. He won't escape. I guarantee you that.
and Ariel is going to just loudly stomp away. Uh, she'll 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 inadvertently like shrug past his guard, but stop and be like, I'm sorry," away, just muttering on breath.
All right.
And with that, I'm going to be up until
Cut out, cut out. Oh boy, I love internet trouble. It's awesome. At least the recording's still going. Check. Internet. No internet connected. Oh boy, wonderful. Let's reconnect. Connected. And
uh,
there we go.
What connection problems?
Yeah.
I'm more I
Yeah,
can
you managed to hide. So, Sliver, Jonah, and Fireball are going to go to the house that Merrick was staying at.
Wait.
That
First.
Kessler was
Oh,
staying at. And
wait. First, we need to get some clerics first.
yeah, you will be accompanied by two acolytes.
Okay. All right.
No, two clerics. So these ones are actually clerics. Yeah, they can cast spiritual weapon and smite. So yeah, cleric.
Hmm. All right. So we're going to where Merrick said to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go there.
You have those two clerics. Hammer will stay, and a couple of guards that are actually paladins. they have the same stats as a god but can smite once per day. Will follow you. And so Harriel, you will follow Emily
Yep.
and approach her a little in a little while.
Cool.
So, Sliver and Shona, you take no, none of you know how to drive Sky Coach.
I mean, oh yeah.
Yeah. So you will ask a member of the guard to do that, and you will go to. You eventually reach a house. I will go to the map a little higher up. No, even higher. You have the Dragon Crypt Cemetery over here, and you have a couple of houses that are not precisely houses. They are like they are the place where the people that take care of the crypts live. One of them belonged to the Ganit family, and when you reach the place, it seems absolutely empty. It's a relatively small and humble house. So you start to the house seems completely empty. It's a wooden and stone house. It doesn't appear to have anyone living there in a very long time. I don't know what are your plans in there. You
So
knew that Merrick's told. Being in the Zone of Truth, Merrick's will have told something else. Merrick's knew that the coffin of Kessler was sent to this address approximately 3 months ago.
those coffin was sent here.
Yeah,
So,
at least as
so
far
there's. Go ahead. What you about to say?
as far as Merrick's know, it should be in some place in this house.
Right. So Silver, where would if I were a vampire, where do you think I would put my coffin? What do you think, Silver?
Basement.
I mean, I guess so. All right. Is the door unlocked or?
You check the lock. The door is locked.
Okay. Okay. Fool. Let me.
It
Let me just.
it's relatively easy to break if you want to break it, but if you prefer to get inside more quietly,
Yeah. I'll use my thief tools. Yeah.
perfect. Give me a check.
Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be a dexterity, right? Or.
Yeah.
Oh
Right.
wait.
Yeah. Eventually,
That's the
you
save.
manage. You
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, that's a save.
yeah.
Oh wait. Hold on. Let me
But
just.
it should at
X
least
plus 2, isn't it?
yeah.
Since you have proficiency in them. If you have proficiency in them.
Yes,
Oh,
and
okay.
his proficiency in dexterity, so in dexterity save, so it will be the same result.
Alright.
You will
Uh,
take approximately half an hour with that door.
Okay.
You are in the Dagger Watch garrison. Emily, what sort of transportation did you choose to use to go to the Temple District over here?
I think she's probably just walking. Like she's not in any
Yeah,
rush.
okay, you're walking. Hariel, when do you choose to approach her? How much time do you give her to calm down? Or
I'm going. Honestly, I'm going to wait till she actually gets over to the Temple of All, because we're still out in the street here. We're still technically out in the open. I'm shadowing her, but I'm also keeping an eye out for anything that might anything that might attack either of us.
yeah,
So
makes sense.
I'm going to, unless something happens, I'm specifically going to wait till Emily and by proxy myself get inside the temple.
Okay, so going back to the house, it's 2:30 in the morning when eventually Shona manages to unlock the locks of the house and you can get inside. The house, it's old, it's musty, it's actually quite huge, but it doesn't have any furniture. It's absolutely empty. As you go to the place, you don't see tables, chairs, anything, nothing.
do we
Oh,
see
so
dust across the
You see
floor?
dust.
Any
There's
tracks?
a lot of dust. There's some shrooms growing in some fungi growing in the walls.
hmm. so
Uh,
so there's a lot of fungus, right?
yeah,
Is it just like normal fungus or like abnormal? Just like any.
place looks really decayed. Even for something that has been a lot of time in the air, a lot of time without care. it seems unusually decayed. The walls are covered in fungus. When you are walking on the wooden floor, you can hear creaking, and you can feel like the wood is about to collapse. It's a little bit too much decay for a house that was abandoned for less than 10 years.
So there, how much do you weigh?
304 pounds.
Yeah, the floor is straining a lot under your weight. You actually have
Yeah,
to walk very carefully.
just try to be a little bit careful, Slipper. You know, we don't want you to collapse into the basement. You know. All right. Yeah. Is there any like? Do the dust looks disturbed or anything besides our footsteps? Or
You're starting to look at the dust. It doesn't make a perception or investigation check.
okay. Do investigation. 14.
You start check things when Fireball says there's a smell of rotting meat or here.
Where do you smell rotten meat?
Starts to he points with one of his paws to one of the rooms, and you can see that in the room the floor is even in worse condition than in the rest of the house. And when you take a good sniff, you can sense the faint odor of corpses.
Oof. I like to sneak and then get by the door.
Good, give me a stealth check.
Stealth check. Stealth check.
I'll try to sneak too.
Ah, that's not so bad, man.
Quite a silent barbarian.
Okay.
Well, you sneak inside the room and you don't see anything inside the room, but make another perception check or investigation.
Second.
What do you have higher?
Investigation.
Yeah, you start to look at the ceiling, fearing some vampire jumping from the ceiling. But
I'm focusing too hard on stealth.
yeah,
Yeah.
Shona
Yeah.
looks floor, and you can notice that a lot of the wooden tables and the wooden planks on the floor are quite loose, and under them you can see that someone have excavated down, really down into the earth.
Oh boy. How deep does this hole look?
Oh, you don't see the bottom of it, even when pointing a torch in the entrance, you can see that it goes way down.
I like throw a match down there, light it, and throw it.
Sorry?
And I like to light a match and throw it down there.
Okay, you light a match and you throw it, and you see the match falling and falling and falling, and quite probably 100 meters below,
Oh,
eventually it hits floor.
100 meters. Slipper, you have rope or?
I got a feather fall token, but yes,
All
I have
right.
rope, I think.
Yeah, if you use all of your rope,
Nope, I have rope.
you have rope?
Yes,
Perfect. How
Right.
much?
50 feet.
50 feet. So you have, quick conversion, 16
30
meters.
meters.
30 meters. Yeah. You will need more rope. You can go and get it. Get it. It won't take you that long, but you will need more rope for this.
I'm gonna go get more rope, Slipper, or you got it?
We got feather fall tokens, right?
I mean, yeah, but like I'd rather have more rope so we can climb up, you know? And
We can
So-
send one of the paladins to go get more rope.
yeah.
One of the paladins says, "What the scary?" One of the paladins that it's not that brave as the other one says, "I can go get some rope.
Yeah, 100 meters, please, you know?
I will hurry up."
All right.
The other of the paladins looks at his brother in arms, says, "I apologize for that. That's not the attitude that a soldier of the flame should have.
What? Wait, say again?
That's not the attitude that a soldier of the flame should have."
It's fine. Listen,
I-
at the end of the day, no, go on,
Well,
Slipper. What are you about to say?
Like, I just hand wave it away. Fear is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Better
Yeah,
to
fear's-
know what you're feared of than find out in the wrong time.
Yeah, amen, brother. I remember one time I was trying to. Apparently, I have a very big fear of spiders. Those fuckers freak me the fuck out, you know? Hate those things.
Okay, so you will jump down the well.
Well,
Right.
I tell Fireball to activate his jetpack, and
Yeah.
and then I basically like bunnies first. You're a home in holes, right? And I like playfully nudge Jonah, not pushing him, but just like nudge him, and then I jump.
Can I do a reflex save to see if I fell in?
Perfect. Do it.
I'll do a reflex save, or it'll be dexterity, right? Or
No, actually, in this case, it's a strength save because it's avoid being pushy.
No,
alright,
but
I'll
I
do.
didn't push him. I just like
Oh
basically
yeah,
nudged his
only not
shoulder a little bit.
dexterity. Yeah, dexterity.
I'm just doing a joke thing, man.
Yeah.
I'll do it for like the jokes.
Yeah, mostly to see if you roll a one and accidentally fall down.
9.
Oh yeah, you managed to balance on the edge and then just leave a shams first.
Alright,
Well, I don't know. You sham after or you leave him alone?
slower.
Shona, you
Oh
jump.
yeah, yeah. I'll jump and activate my token.
Perfect. So, by the temple district, Emily, you reach to the temple of the Lotus Ball of Ball, and that's where Harriel will approach her.
Do I see
Before
Hariel?
she gets inside or after? Harriel,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Come again?
do you talk to Emily before she gets in the temple or after?
After.
After.
Full,
Okay.
fully going after. The temple. What does it look like?
The temple is a relatively humble chapel. Think the smaller side of Gothic
Okay.
churches. It has one creepy feature that it has a lot of bones on the side on the outside, representing the those who have died in the community.
Okay.
But other than that, like a normal church. Other
Okay.
than that, and the fact that it's when you get inside, you see that Emily's getting welcomed by Thorn, the woman in the iron mask, and a couple of undead. So, Emily, you get inside the church and you see Thorn that looks at you and say, "Are you alright, miss?"
No. I just had a really bad day. Is there a chapel I could just stay at for a while?
Yeah, you can use some of the acolytes sleep in the back, and I could leave you a room.
I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, they moves the things of one of the acolytes. That's not he's not particularly happy about it, but he won't argue. And you have a small room. As you are making all of these preparations, Hariel enters the chapel.
Do I see Hariel?
Yeah,
Just look at her, look real sad. And here I thought I'd be able to spend the rest of my night just fixing up Isabel.
Sabel's chip is in, and I seriously need some fixing.
I pull out
You,
my wrench and start smacking her.
when Harriel doesn't say anything for a couple minutes, but she's wait. We're in the main hall, or we're in the back room.
No, they are preparing the back room, so you are in the main hall. In this moment, it's empty.
Gotcha. Okay. No.
It's 2 and something in the morning. So
No. I just want to be sure where the general location is. So.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
sitting
you are
there.
in the main area where the ceremonies are usually held. But right now, only Thorn that is undead and therefore doesn't need to sleep
Oh,
is there.
Emily's just
uh,
fixing Isabel and possibly plugging an Xbox controller into her.
I'm going to the way Isabel looks. She not Isabel, Thorn.
Yeah.
Um, I with Thorn, with Thorn. I actually don't. I have this. I have what I want to do in my head. I'm just trying to verbalize it. I want to. I'm gonna walk up closer to Emily.
I'm sorry for
And
bringing the
if there's
Silver Flame
like
Paladin
a
to the undead
bench or
church.
something that's I am keeping my revulsion under lock and key right now because there's something more important to be taken care of. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna move up to the closest bench towards nearest to Emily, and I'm just going to lean up against it. As I'm still going to stay silent. I am going to give Thorn a look, and she's wearing like a metal mask of sorts.
Yes,
So
please. But when you give her a look, she nods and will give you some space. She sits on the other side of the room. She's looking at you because she doesn't trust the silver flame as far as she can throw them. But she will
the
remain.
feel, the feeling is mutual, so
Yeah,
mutual.
obviously. So she will remain there, but gives you enough privacy to talk without being heard.
Uh, uh, I'll not. I'll give her a slight nod in thanks, and I'm going to. I will. I'm going to stand behind Emily and leaning against the bench. And when Emily responds with that she was just hoping to fix the bell, I respond back with, "There's nobody stopping you from fixing the bell, and it does look like that they need a little work to be done. So I will leave you to it, but I don't actually leave. I still stand. I still stay in my post at leaning on the bench, just calmly observing her."
Emily takes off Zabel's metal plates. She hammers it a bunch. She pulls out what can only be described as a miniature forge, begins replating everything, possibly sews up the totally real skin that Zabel has that makes her look at least slightly gnomish. Probably does a bit of hammering here and there, throw in a few mending spells. Takes maybe about an hour or so, probably less. Completely fix her up.
And that in that entire less than an hour, Hariel is only calmly observing Emily. Hariel's waiting for the moment that Emily can get her thoughts into order, or at least manages to calm down.
Perfect.
Whether working on Zabel is just part of the routine, or because Zabel needs actual work, or this is something that Emily does when she's she just needs to
Yeah.
stabilize herself.
I mean, you
Uh,
can roll insight on me if you want, but it you can definitely tell the repetition of it is therapeutic to her.
yeah. And Sabel is actually broken, on the other hand. But yeah, you can see that she's relaxing on that.
So up for how long it takes for Emily to fix Zabel, Hariel will just quietly stand and observe. Just
Perfect.
observe the entire process.
Perfect. So, on the other side of the thing, a group of people and a cat are falling down a well.
So,
That's actually flying.
Yes.
If you
Eh,
guys see if you guys see Lassie, make sure to tell him that Tommy's looking for him. I mean Timmy's looking for him.
oh, no.
I went
I mean,
there. Tell him
yeah,
I
Is
went
that the
yeah.
other
there.
way around?
Or,
Isn't it
yeah,
Tim? If we find Timmy, should we say Lassie is looking for him?
it,
Ah,
I will give this man
you're
here.
you're right. You're totally right.
still got the reference though.
Yeah.
Man, how many miles do we fall? Like
Uh,
per hour with Featherfall?
no, it's 100 meters.
Yeah, but like, how fast do we float
Oh, so
down?
fast.
Yeah.
It's 20 feet per turn that you fall. So when further falling,
Okay.
so it takes some time.
So it takes like 20 seconds.
Yeah, yeah, it's not like oh we will have to spend a lot of minutes there, but it's a long time to be falling.
Yeah, true.
You're usually these things are usually faster. So you go down the rabbit hole, and you eventually reach this small construction. The place reeks of dead flesh and water. But curiously, oh yeah, the owl actually, you can see lots and lots of flies in all the place.
Yeah.
So what are your plans?
I hold up a torch and ask Fireball to
Well, I
use
will give you
prestidigitation to light it.
perfect. I will give you then the 20. I will really like this to work better.
That shit dark as fuck.
There you have a torch. One
All
of
right.
the priests has a torch.
Who has a torch again?
I have and one of the priests.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
the other priest will make torch too because not that hard.
So, is this like a giant water thing, or
Yeah. When you start to get to advance a little, you see that all of these it's water, really dirty water. And make a perception check.
all right,
All of us?
Yeah.
all right.
Actually, it makes sense. Would you see it first because you are closer to the water? You see something. The water is very dark, so you cannot really see the bottom of this well. But you can see that there are things in the water. They don't move, but there are things in the water that are floating a little, or maybe they are resting in the bottom of the water. And when you're looking at them, you start to see that they start to move.
Oh, boy.
Are you going to do?
Like, are they hostile or?
You don't know. You in these moments there are shadows in the water. They
Are
were
they?
still, and then they start to move.
Yeah.
Some of the
Are they?
shadows are a couple of like 5 to 6 feet long, and some are bigger.
Are
A few
they
are
like just thrashing around in the water, or are they getting closer?
they seem to be well, you actually looking at that and you finally see that they rise up from the water.
So they're not coming towards us; they're just going straight up.
Yeah, they
All
go
right.
straight up like they are, and you see zombies.
Zombies?
Yes.
Oh, but how many zombies are there?
That's a lot
uh
of spicy
these
zombies.
on the part that where you are seeing a lot, and some of them look way bigger than a person, like 1 person and a half in height.
Uh, uh, are they like hostile or?
They are looking at you. They seem to be slowly reacting, but they are all looking at you.
Cool. Jonah kind of looks Sliver. What do you think? You should just kill them, or what do you think?
What I can see might be more. If they're not attacking, we do not attack.
I mean, all right. I guess we'll go around them. You know.
Well, you advance, move your movement.
All right. Oh, I was wondering where Sliver was. He's just under
Yep.
the fireball token.
Yes.
All right.
Oh Jesus.
So
um,
this.
rolling it. And when you are there, one of the zombies. This one gives a very low moan, and they all start walking towards you.
Uh,
Uh,
oh,
hey, Lucas,
So,
not to jump into the scene or anything, but
yeah.
since you're doing dynamic lighting on this battle map and I'm not in this room,
Oh yeah.
I can't
That
actually see anything for the recording.
Sorry, I will give you actually. Let's give you omniscience about this.
Just because I'm looking at a blank screen right now is all.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. Let's put you in here, and let's put Emily over here, and I will give you full blind sight, full night vision, full vision first. Night vision, distance 200 feet.
Oh god, you guys are so fucked. Congrats.
Yep.
oh.
I love it.
And oh, the rest of you can see that now.
Well,
That
let's see
No,
what.
like I can just see that I can see the bases for, or I have seen bases of 3 big zombies and a lot of small ones.
yeah, yeah,
I kind of figure out what we're fucked.
Yup.
yeah. You
I mean, should we just start running? What do you think?
could be a good idea. Let's 1 minute that I give you. I think that I will migrate this campaign to Force BTT eventually because I am starting to get tired of how slow Call 20 gets when you put.
The dynamic lighting on.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
Personally, I've been using the what's it called? Not dynamic lighting, but the other one they use, the background lighting, or like the where it's like it'll reveal locations that the party's been in, but like if the party's not in the location, it'll still be revealed, but like grayed out.
Yeah,
It's a lot easier.
it's less hard on the system.
Yeah, dynamic fog of war. That's what it's called. That's what I've been using for my game. I find it's a lot less laggy.
Okay, I will try to change that.
I'll send it to you after session.
Thank you. Uh,
And my lunch has finally gotten here. Woo.
Is it a slope in the bottom, or is it just like 3 steps down and then just drop?
it's a slope.
All right, so I could wait out here and start hitting this thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that. I toss fireball straight up in the air. Tell him to activate his jetpack,
perfect.
and then I move out. I rage and I whack the zombie
Uh,
with reckless attack, so I get advantage.
You do the menos. You do the power attack.
No, I don't do the great weapon master. Just reckless.
Perfect. You hit him, full
Yep.
damage, and 8 points of damage.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna hit him again.
See the fact that they are relatively tough. Oh, sorry. Oh, fuck. Moment. They all have the health linked. Roll. I have to fix
Yep.
something.
Now, however, I am gonna use great weapon master. So 15.
15, and you kill him.
Cool. Then
I
I move up. No, wait, I can't. Fuck.
Yeah, you're about to slide down and do that. Everything, you know?
Yeah, I move back.
good idea. All of the zombies has disappeared momentarily because they are being updated because they were all linked on the same health bar. And it was like,
100 zombies, but they all each one represent one health.
yeah.
That's how you do swarms, though.
Yeah, I was tempting to do a swarm for this, but I think that you are still at a level where I can use zombies as they usually are without needing to make a swarm out of them.
Zombies aren't. We're not at the level where zombies are just like flies and shit.
Yeah, I wanted to use them before you get there, and you are not that far away.
So
Okay, stretched out zombies.
Yeah,
yeah,
the classic mutant zombies that you all know that appear when you have too many zombies, they start to mutate.
but yeah, gotta keep variety up somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so those were the long zombies. And I think that we have.
Hopefully, I was thinking, imagine there's a weird fucking lever. It's like you pull it, flushes all these zombies somewhere, like a giant toilet,
So that was Liver Fireball. I
But I
should
doubt it's gonna be like that,
initiative for him. Okay, he not in a good condition, and initiative for the priest. Oh, the priest is in a good condition. 1 minute. This, yeah, let's consider that this is the spiritual weapon, and who will cast it over here and make a spiritual weapon attack against the zombie. 8 points of radiant damage. Curiously, zombies are not vulnerable to radiant damage, but the other priest will do the same, and again, spiritual damage attack. 11 points of damage, and one of the zombies is close to that, but still alive. Fireball.
Yeah, He's actually that far up. He doesn't have to do that one yet. He's gonna Eldritch Blast. He's gonna go for the big guy.
Perfect. And he hits 5 points of damage.
Yeah, and we kind of fucked up because he is a level 6 at level 6
Oh,
for
nice.
Eldritch Blast. Gonna roll again.
Mhm. Nice. You zap the zombie 2 times, and it does some damage.
Oh boy. But
The orc zombie looks at the cat and starts to walk towards him. He has 30-foot movement, but he's in difficult terrain. So 1, 2, 3, and will hit a sliver.
Miss.
Miss. This will do 1, 2 to crouch, and 2, 1, 2, 3.
oh,
Uh,
just 4 of them? Shit.
Shona.
I should. Can I tell? Can I see? Is the water? Does the water look any toxic or anything like that?
No, it smells like it has a couple of dogs.
Can I roll perception and see how many zombies there are?
Yeah, you can make a perception check.
All right, I just need to know. I need to know that for personal reasons. Whoa.
A lot of them. You hear the echoes of the zombies, and there must be at least 40.
14. Oh god damn. Can I do in this situation? Can I try to get on this big guy's back?
Yeah, it will be an acrobatics check. DC
Uh,
15.
Okay, come on. 22.
Yeah, you climb on top of the orc zombie.
Mhm.
You have a sneak attack if you want to use it.
Try it. Okay, so another acrobatics check, or
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
So yeah, you try to do that. Let's see how well the orc. But no, you try to do that. You try to grab his head and force him to fall, but he's too strong.
can I roll? Can I roll a psychotic dice?
Yeah,
I
you
can.
can actually. If you manage to beat his 17,
Yeah. Hold on. 17. Okay.
you will need a 5.
Yeah. Hopefully. Ah.
Oh damn it! Yeah,
Yeah.
no luck.
No dice.
No dice. The paladin will hit this guy over here. Uh, he will use a spear attack, but he will give himself a +2 using his charisma. He manages to hit and will burn his only level 1 spell to do. Oh, and another d8 because he's undead. 18, 21 points of damage. And that's almost all of the contribution. 5. He stabs the ogre in the chest, and a blinding silver flame starts to burn inside of the ogre, but he's just too much muscle and fat and rotten flesh. Sliver.
Yeah. Jonah's on this
Oh,
guy's back, right?
sorry, I forgot the zombies.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. First, we'll move all of them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. I want to make long zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, and all of these 2, 4, and the ones over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of the zombies moved, and only one of them can make an attack. With zombie, one who will attack liver and give 13 to strike.
Does
Not
not
too
hit.
bad. It doesn't hit. So next turn, Sliver.
Yeah. Jonah's on this guy's back, right?
Yeah,
Does that mean I get advantage against him?
yeah.
Right. I'm gonna strike him with advantage.
Nice.
22.
You hit for
12.
12 points of damage.
And again.
You definitely hit.
Hold on. I need to check something.
He gets advantage. If I'm on the back of him right now.
Yeah,
Crap. Well, we're
for
hurting.
17 points of damage. So you hit the creature twice, and you are bathed in rotten guts and black blood, but the thing continues to move. The priest will both use the spiritual weapons to attack one of the ogres, and they hit him 2 times for 13 points of damage. And with the main action, they will cast Bless on Sliver, Fireball, Shona, and the Paladin. One of them casts Blessed, and the other one will. No, sorry, Blessed requires concentration, so no use. 1 minute. They will start using Sacred Flame, so I need to add the spell to them because I wasn't thinking about when I create them.
You know, it's funny. Sliver and I are just underground fighting the undead, and Emily and Harry are just having a heart to heart right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Time to time, things can get weird.
exactly.
This shouldn't be that much, but dexterity is safe. Yeah, they are not going to make it even when with the 19 points of damage. Okay, so the priests are making good work of this zombie ogre in the middle. Fireball.
How tall are the zombies? The ogre zombies?
The ogre zombies are like 4 meters tall.
Ew.
No, actually, slightly less. More than 3 meters, but less than 4.
So that would make them like 9 feet tall.
9 feet tall. Yeah, they're large.
All right. Considering I actually tossed Fireball up in the air, would he be out of the reach where he is right now?
Yeah,
All right, so he can move without like
yeah,
having them
a
blow
little
up.
bit.
Yeah, he just moves back one. He's out of the range of the small zombies, and he's gonna help the clerics. So more Elder's Blast.
Perfect points. And
Ooh,
nice one. 16 points of damage. Oh, and he
20.
has the attack of the jetpack.
Yeah, right.
It's a third
That's a
attack.
bonus action. 27 points of damage total. That's good.
Yeah. The zombie, this other zombie over here, it's almost dead. Again, the zombies. Let's start with the one in the bottom. He will hit the paladin and crush him down in one hit.
Oh fuck. Oh god.
Jesus.
He was not. He was a novice paladin. He wasn't expecting this sort of resistance. This ogre over here will try to hit Sliver and fails. This ogre over here will move up in here and will try to hit Shona. If he fails, he will hit his companion, but he
Oh
doesn't fail.
yeah, he doesn't.
So you notice that the ogres are armed with huge chunks of metal. He raises his hand in the air and punches Shona out of his friend. Make a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, this will be a dexterity saving throw to see if you remain on the ogre.
Okay. 4.
Yeah, you manage to maintain yourself. When you are about to fly away, you grab one of the ogre's ear. It comes off, but you manage to use that purchase to remain on the shoulders of the giant.
All right.
So this ogre over here can't hit you, so he will try to hit a sliver.
That
Uh,
hits.
21 hits you, I think.
Yep.
40 points of damage.
For 7.
7. The power of the barbarian. The priest.
Wait,
You skipped
wait,
me now.
Oh,
no,
yeah. I who?
you skipped
You
me.
skipped me,
Oh,
Sliver,
yeah.
Oh,
Sliver.
and Jonah. You
Oh no,
skipped
sorry.
Sliver and Jonah.
And the zombies. Yeah, I skipped. Yeah. First, it was
Jonah.
Jonah, then
yeah.
Sliver, then the other people. Yeah, sorry.
All right. Okay. It's
No,
my turn, right? Right.
no.
Yeah.
Sorry. Before. Yeah. First Jonah, then all the zombies, then Sliver.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to do that thing again that I was trying to do before.
Yes.
Like trying to guide him so he can crush the little guys, basically.
Perfect.
Right. So it's acrobatics again, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You need 16 or more.
Yeah.
Here
23.
we go.
Yeah.
23, and you guide this guy over here. This zombie that was about to die ends up dying, and this other one gets an attack for 18 points of damage and is pushed back a little.
All right.
You manage to make the ogre fall back. He stomps on one of the zombies and breaks him to pieces, and stomps on the other and push him to the side, quite broken.
All right.
Now it's the zombie's turn. This zombie over here will continue to try to attack a sliver with a slam. He fails. These zombies will do 1, 2, 4, and will dash. One zombies will get over here. These zombies will move 1, 2, 3, 4, and will dash. Prefer the because 1, 2, 3 undead. There. Now sliver.
Yeah. First, I scream to the priests or the clerics, turn them away! Then I'm gonna whack this guy with my greatsword.
Perfect.
With reckless attack and great weapon master. Does 20 hit?
Yeah.
18.
Which guy were you hitting? This one?
That one.
18. So he falls to 0 hit points and has to do a constitution saving throw.
Ah,
15 match plus damage taken. So it will be 5 plus. Oh, 5 plus 18.
yeah,
23.
yeah.
And
He
he
dies.
falls for 1 point
Yes.
of damage.
No, it's 5 plus, so it's 23, and he got 22.
22, yeah. If you had made one less point of damage, he will have passed the save and remain
Yeah,
conscious.
so he's dead.
He's dead. Yeah, he
Yeah.
falls.
Jesus.
Well,
Jesus
but he
Christ.
falls.
Yeah.
You have an extra attack because you have
I have 2 more attacks.
2 more attacks.
Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do is move up a little bit closer, and I'm gonna swing at this guy.
Perfect.
Same thing.
Yes.
Great weapon master, what have you. Does
You hit.
19 hit? 19.
19 points of damage. He's still alive. But
I'll hit him again.
perfect. He'll.
I'm guessing 21 hits
Yeah.
for 20 damage.
20 damage. He will need a 25. Can't make a save at 25, so he's dead. The Watch Priest will move these spiritual weapons over here and will use the spiritual weapon attack to make 14 points of radiant damage. And then they will cast Sacred Flame twice for 10 more points of radiant damage. You see this ogre over here being burned alive, undead, but still alive. You are in a bad position to be a cat.
The fireball is pretty far up. He's
Oh,
flying.
oh
So
yeah.
he is fine.
Oh yes, he's fine. That's true.
Fireball's gonna hit this guy with at least one Eldritch Blast to begin with.
I didn't expect for you to jump without a rope. It was like, okay, if they have a rope, they have a way out at least.
No,
Well,
I mean,
we're doing pretty good so
Not doing
far.
pretty good. No, I think you have surprised me before. Maybe you can make it through this.
because I thought
I-
one guy was
In
gonna
this
tie the rope.
case, yeah. In this, yeah, he has gone to find a rope, but you jump immediately. He will be here in 15 minutes or something like that. You have surprised me before, and in this case, I won't throw more on that what it's all in there. Who is
Fireball.
Fireball?
Cast.
Who is hitting? Who is he hitting?
This guy.
This guy over here. Perfect. 10 points.
And man, at least we're working. I'm doing my let the big guy crush the small guys. You know.
Yeah, and you have another blast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit same guy, or
7
and
points.
then the homunculus for total 23.
I'm helping.
Yeah. Actually, you are. So, that was Fireball or Zombie.
Like this guy, is he dead or alive?
No, he's still alive.
Alright.
Close to dead, but still alive. So, the Orc Zombie will hit this Watch Priest with his Morning Star. No, sorry. I am. Why? Sliver? Yeah, no, this is okay.
You
So,
skipped Jonah again.
No, I'm below it.
yeah, he's after the Ogre Zombies.
Alright, sorry.
He shouldn't be because they both roll a 9, and I will put the ogres in 8. Shona, you should be before the ogres because you have a higher dexterity.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. My turn, right? Or
It's your turn.
all right. I'm gonna keep on rinsing and repeating what I'm doing, just like guiding the guy to hit like the little guys, you know.
Perfect. Oh, you need a 21. No, in this case, he starts to shake off, and eventually you fall to the ground here.
Okay.
So, Orc Zombie versus Priest, Morningstar.
Can he reach that really?
Yes, he has 10 feet of reach.
Okay.
No, actually, no, 5 feet of reach. So it is against you. 15 points of damage.
So 7?
So 7. This Orc Zombie goes there to you and hits you for
Nothing.
nothing. And the one that manages to shake off Shona will try to hit him in the ground and fail.
Yeah, fails.
Normal zombies.
I'm gonna keep on trying to do the thing. The
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks against this watch member. Watch priest has
With at least 2 of them at advantage.
yes. The first three without advantage, and 2 with advantage.
4 with advantage. This guy and this guy.
Oh yeah, that's true. One without advantage first fails, and 4 attacks with advantage. One hit for 2 points, one hit for 7, one hit for 3, and 12 points of damage. The priest is still alive, even as he's been mangled by a lot of zombies. 3 zombies will attack Shona.
nope.
2,
Yes.
3.
Yes.
For 9 points of damage. 1, 4, 4, 4. That includes a dash because difficult terrain. And a sliver again.
Right. This one.
Perfect.
Reckless attack, great weapon master, everything like normal.
Okay.
Oh boy.
The
20.
orc
Come
hit,
again?
the orc was trying to hit you, and so when he hit you, he went a little down with his torso, and you take the advantage of that to chop his head clean off his shoulder.
34 damage. That is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for this guy now.
Perfect.
Same thing.
Perfect. Go for it.
25.
25. You hit him, and 25 damage.
Yeah. And then my
Ah,
a little bit extra.
Okay.
15
You totally hit him for 20.
for yeah.
He's looking quite bad at it. This go over here to attack the zombie in front of his master. Its master. It doesn't have a gender, it's a spirit of a weapon. 14, and this zombie is dead. This one will go over here and will do nothing. And then they will have turn undead that I have to look up. 1 second. It's not a spell, it's a special ability.
Channel divinity.
Yeah, no, not spell. Classes, athletic, channel divinity.
Jeez.
1 second. I forgot how. 30 feet. 30 feet. That's a really good area to cover. Let's give him an aura of 30 feet. Okay, that's a lot of saving throws. Let's start.
Oh boy.
I will
I feel
them up. These 3 in the bottom fail. So they will be right away. 1, 2. I will mark them as turn.
oh fuck,
Yeah.
they're really cute.
These 3 these 2 over here. Okay.
But they're not dead, they're just gonna start running away.
I mean,
No. I put them that to mark them because it's an easy mark to put, not because they are dead.
Yeah.
oh, I'll say, holy shit.
But
That would be a very powerful ability. Just like snap your fingers and all undead in within 30 feet dies.
destroy
Yeah.
undead. But you
Shouldn't
need
that's
to be higher level.
Yeah.
so
Uh,
funny. So funny as fuck though.
wisdom saving throw to these four, and they fail.
What's the DC for it?
The DC is 12,
Oh,
and they haven't got.
They have like -4 to wisdom. They're zombies.
They have
r-
minus
r-
two.
I mean,
These two on the top. Yeah, these two remain. These three on top of Bunnyman remain. These two behind the ogre fail. And finally, the piece de resistance, the ogres. Let's see how they went. They will roll for each one. One saves and one fails.
Rip.
Perfect. Oh, and that was one of them. The other will go over here and will do the same.
holy
Rip.
shit.
Clerics OP versus undead.
Yeah. What's that saying? What Doctor Strange say? He's
So this one over here, we have to make a save again.
quite a simple spell.
Fails. And these two over here will have to make a save again. And we'll roll with the ogre because they have the same modifier. And fails. And the three that are over there, they remain. They like the taste of money flesh.
Like hair.
So until they suffer damage, they will be running away. Those were the Watch Priest Fireball.
Okay. Um. Well, does the zombies show any sort of like reeling, any sort of movement, anything? Just like I know what the spell, like me, the
Yeah,
player, knows what the spell does, but does can Fireball see like okay, these guys are not a threat anymore?
yeah, you can see that the fact that most zombies start to back down and walk towards the center of the room. Everybody except these three over here trying to munch on Shona.
All right. First, Fireball's gonna burn a first level spell and cast Healing Word on Jonah.
Cool.
So 1d4 plus. So you get 4 health points back.
Good. I need some.
Then it's gonna Eldritch Blast the one to the right there.
Oh, it's just a rat.
Sorry, I need to answer something fast.
Still Fireball's turn, right?
Yes, Fireball Storm.
No, Fireball's done. He has done both Eldritch
And
Blasts
Perfect.
and his bonus was healing Jonah a little bit. So it's Jonah's turn.
Oh, okay. Okay. Um, I'm gonna take out a health potion and drink it. It was
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
two, like two d4 plus 2. Thank you.
And remember that as a row, you can disengage and move on the same time.
As a you can disengage as a bonus action.
Yeah, you disengage as a bonus action, and then you can move because he used his standard action to heal himself.
If I use my standard action, I can't attack, right? I'm out.
What?
Like use a potion was a standard action, right?
Yeah, it was your standard action.
Okay.
You have your move action and your bonus action. You can use your bonus action to disengage and move, or you can use your bonus action. No, you can also use it to attack if you have an attack with
Yeah, at the
your weapon. So no, you cannot do a lot. You can disengage and move, or you can stay there. Your choice.
I'm out of disengage and move. So
Yeah,
maybe I'll
that's a good
move.
idea.
I'm just going to move right here.
Perfect. So it's the zombie's turn, and they
Oh my
will.
God.
I will move. They are moving away, moving away, they're moving away. They're moving away. They are moving away. They are moving away.
This guy, as he moves, I'd like to have a attack opportunity on him.
Okay,
Well, same thing as always.
perfect. You hit him.
For 23.
He's almost dead and out of the effect of the turn death.
But then he would still be standing right next to me
Oh yeah, because that happened when
when he started to move.
when you start to move like this. And that finish. Oh, you do it during his movement. So now
Yep.
that he's free, he will turn around and hit you.
He can
Did
try.
you use reckless?
Yes.
So he has an advantage. 19 points of damage.
So 9.
One zombie will attack the priest and fails. The other zombie will attack the priest and hits for 12 points of damage. Not that too much to worry about. And the last zombie will attack Shona and hits for 3 points of damage.
Okay.
The spiritual weapons will attack the zombie ogre for 8 and 8, 16 points, and he burns in a silver flame.
Okay.
Yeah, those were the actions of everybody. Sliver.
Yeah. I move up here, and same thing again. Great Weapon Master, all that.
Yeah,
15
you hit.
hits for 23.
23. He will need. No, he can't survive. He dies.
Right, move up. Great Weapon Master, all the shebang again. 14
You hit.
for 24.
24. He's dead.
Move
Fucking
up,
god.
and last time.
It's not even a fight anymore. It's just
Yeah, it's a cleanup.
yeah, it's a chess at this point.
17 hits
Yeah,
for 20.
20. He's dead. Well, you will be able to take down the zombies. I mean, if you focus on one each turn, eventually they will die. After they die, you have. I will give you full vision in this scene. Dynamic lighting off.
Oh, you guys are here. Hello.
They have been
Why
wiped.
the fuck didn't you help us?
You have two possible roads. You can continue pressing on through here, or you can go back and wait for someone to throw you a rope on here.
I need to chill for a second. I'm like at half health right now. So
Yeah, we go back to the hole.
we go
Perfect.
back for
You go back to the hole, and you can make a short rest that you, especially Shona, needs.
yeah. So I have to roll. Yeah. How does this work? I gotta.
You spend your hit points and you roll them hit point plus constitution to see how much hit points you regain. So in the town, you manage to eventually. Emily finishes working on Sabel.
I will turn my microphone back on then.
Perfect.
When I see Emily finish with her work, I will ask. So Zabel's back up and running. I see.
Until she falls off another building. I keep her programming backed up just in case. But she should be fine for now. Depends if Sliver
What about
smashes
you?
her or not. He has hated me from the moment I started here, you know that?
Ariel's giving you a very strange look right now.
What?
What happened in there?
What happened is I tried to tell Sliver is that Sliver doesn't want my life dream, which is to stop aging. Yes, I know it's more complicated than that, but fuck, not all of us get to throw ourselves into the silver flame when we die. Not everyone has that luxury to just die. Not all of us can live for 300 years like Asimir can. I'm sorry, I don't think I can anymore.
Is this just because you two of you have the difference of opinion on this?
I don't think I can convince him that what I'm doing isn't wrong. Yes, there's people out there who will abuse this sort of technology, but am I not allowed to be optimistic? Am I not allowed to say, hey, one day we might have Sire again? We might be able to reclaim it from all the magical radiation. We might be able to have people who don't need to eat or drink. We might be able to have Warforged reproduce. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
It's not wrong of you to be optimistic.
Well, apparently it is. And I don't know what I can
It's
say to him to make him not mad. He's one of them. He has seen firsthand the benefits of augmentation.
Then don't you think he would be one of the few that would have the best insight into what those augmentations actually mean?
Yes, I will admit turning people into Warforged isn't a perfect solution. I'm not going to try and make people gods or anything. But, like, if someone loses a hand, shouldn't they have a right to have a second hand? More to the point, if someone wants an extra set of hands, why wouldn't they want some? That sounds amazing.
But that sounds amazing to you.
And everyone else who lost their homes in the Mournland.
I'm going to restate my sentence. That sounds amazing to you.
Okay?
At this point, Hariel is going to go and show, remove, pull back the hair from her face and show off her scar.
Is that from the morning?
Yes, yes, it is.
You were there as well. You saw the devastation. You saw how many people died.
Right.
And we still
I
have
did.
no idea what caused any of that. We have an entire nation that's just completely uninhabitable. I want to fix that.
You're perfectly right about that. I still remember the burning, you know?
I
I mean, I remember the don't get me wrong, I remember the magic, but I remember the burning. And the burning was it wasn't just me. It was a combination of burning. Like I remember myself burning. I remember my squad, my teammates, the people I've worked with, the people I've trained with for years. I remember them burning too. It's that burning that wakes me up during the night sometimes when it's just a little too warm or a little too cold. But I'm surprised you haven't asked the one question.
what?
Why didn't I get this fixed? And she points to her burns.
You don't want to be fixed?
No, I don't.
Why not? Wouldn't you want yourself to be running at optimal capacity?
Somebody would say that intentionally hampering yourself uh, is the height of folly, but there's more to a person than no a per a, not just a person. An individual is more than the sum of their parts. This here, it's not just a sign of my wounds. It's a memory, it's a reminder, and it's a vow. I somehow survived that day. And even now I still can't say if that's either a blessing or curse. But I don't want to see what happened on the day of mourning to happen anywhere else. The world at large should not have to face such a travesty. Well, I can't speak for others, but if I have the opportunity to stop such a thing, I damned well are going to take it because
I agree
I
completely.
but this is to that point. I could go and find me an alchemist or cleric or some other person with fantastic capabilities and ask them to fix this. I don't. And whether that reason is because of my own grief, my own guilt, or my own resolution, is a choice that I ultimately chose.
I
This doesn't equate to others that have been wounded more than me. Yeah, we were both in the war. You and I have both seen our share of comrades, of bright-eyed soldiers who didn't know what they were getting into. And for some of them, they only managed to get out of there with just a arm or a leg missing. Some of them, some of them, some cases, there were the lucky ones. And out of those, yes, there are so many soldiers that I agree. I could see having an arm or a leg would make their lives better, helpful. But just because I think that doesn't mean they think that. And it would be the height of hubris to think that I know better than somebody else on what they ultimately want. I'm not their maker.
I'm
I'm not their
I'm not saying I'm a god. I don't want to be a god. If someone doesn't want to be augmented, I'm not going to augment them. And I don't want this knowledge and this technology to fall into the hands of anyone who forcibly abducts people like Merrick's did. It's the whole reason all of this happened was because of the war, was because of all the death, was because of what happened to Mom. And I just started reading a lot about the plains and of Duluth and the realms of the dead. And I remember thinking when I was like 10, 15 years ago, I remember thinking this like the sovereign host were like nice and happy and they'd take care of everyone, that there was a big fluffy heaven everyone could go to after death. But that's not how it works. That's not how it's written down. We've done divination spells. We know what happens when you die, which is you end up in this horrible place with no magic and dullness and despair and grayness, and you cannot leave under your own free will, and you become a shade and you become tortured by demons, and then you just disappear into nothingness. Doesn't matter if you were a good person, doesn't matter if you were a bad person, doesn't matter what you did in life or what you accomplished. In 10, 15 years, or maybe a bit longer if you're an elf, everyone just dissolves. You dissolve into nothingness with no memory of anything you'd ever done and everything you'd ever accomplished your entire life. And no matter all the knowledge you know, you just become completely pointless. And Harry, that terrifies me. That's why I got involved in Warforged. That's why I got involved in the Blood of Vol, because I knew I needed more time on Eberron to find what happened to Mom. I don't care anything else. I'm really scared of Doruth and all of that. That we can have all these powerful gods out there and who don't give a goddamn right about us humans. So what if
if
it's
there's
normal
one
for people? Sorry, go ahead.
facing one's morality is never an easy thing. People talk about it, they commiserate about it, and write odes and ballads about martyrs and self-sacrificers. But if there's one thing that a good portion of life has in common is that eventually we're all going to meet our end because nothing's truly eternal.
But I can fix that. There are undead, there are warforged, there are ways to avoid death. There's a way that no one has to deal with this ever again. I can fix it.
Are you sure?
Undead do not age. Machines do not age. If my arm breaks, I can fix it. I can make a new one. You can't
I
do that
turn
with
around and I
flesh.
face Emily with the most serious. I turn around and I fix Emily with the coldest stare I could possibly muster, and I focus on every. Sorry, essentially every word. Are you completely and utterly sure?
No, but I think I can be with time. Sliver's right. Maybe Warforged don't live forever. Maybe I was just a bit premature with all of this, but as far as I'm aware, as well as far as my sensors can tell, I should not have to deal with any of that anymore. But you're right, I don't know, because I can't know, because you can't know anything. Because that's the problem with stupid human minds. You can't learn everything.
And as such, you've tried to break past those limitations.
I don't
Be-
I just want to see my mom again, Harriel. She's gone, and it's going to take me at least 300 years to find her, and I don't have 300 years.
Then what you've really been searching for all this time is time.
Yes, I've seen death. I've seen people dying. I've seen all the horrible unhappiness that death brings. And if I can stop death, that would make a lot of people a lot more happy, because I can't deal with so much unhappiness.
I'm not going to, I'm not going to say that
I'm probably in the wrong. I'm probably damned by the sovereign host for forever, but I don't care. Sovereign hosts don't care about us either. If they did, my mom would still be here.
if the sovereign host actually cared, then we wouldn't have the wars now, wouldn't we?
Exactly.
If the sovereign host didn't care, then then we wouldn't be these fragmented countries based off of minutia of differing ideologies and such, right?
Yeah.
And if they didn't care, then we wouldn't have had the need to figure out ways to find other ways to fight wars. Because why else would we need wars in the first place if the gods cared and, they intervened and existed?
That's why I came to the Blood of Vol,
Which
because they believe that people can become gods. And I don't want to sound, that makes me sound a bit hubris, but I'd like it if people didn't just evaporate into nothing after they died. I'd like it that everyone's life was more than just existing for a brief moment and then becoming gas.
existing.
That's terrifying.
Is it terrifying that we only exist for just a brief moment, or is it terrifying that you only think that your existence is only worth a brief moment?
It's not fair that humans can only live to 50 years old at max when elves live to 1,000 and they have an undying court where they live for millennia. No, it's not fair.
A small correction: elves live 300 years.
Oh, do they only live 300 in Eberron? Sorry.
Yeah, but it's still a lot compared to a human. So yeah, you can be
Yeah,
angry about
look
that.
at orcs. Most orcs die before they hit teenage years. That's even worse.
Everybody wants more time. I
Yes,
would love more time,
and I want to give it to them.
but you got to keep in mind how you're giving this time away.
Turning people into Warforged is somehow less morally repulsive than animating them as undead.
No, they're both on the. This is my personal opinion, but they're both on the same level. I appreciate Warforged more than Undead, but that's my own biases and war torn bigotry coming up to the forefront.
I just,
For the record, I'm not comfortable in this place. I'm not. I'm really not. But
well,
I'm here and
if
I'm
that's how
talking
you
with you about
believe, my
this.
heart stopped beating a while ago. You're welcome to shoot me.
If that was the case, I'll have to put a bullet. I would have to stab myself first. You're not the only one that's corrupted. You're not the only one that's got some type of burn. That's got some unconventional burn to bear.
I
Everybody's got their own
I know.
demons.
Everyone's fighting their own personal battle. I don't want this to all be about me.
Then you need to. The first thing you need to do is really and truly, really look at what you really want to get out of this and what you're trying to get everybody else out from this. Because, like it or not,
You're right.
the
I
desires
I am
you
being
want,
selfish. I want to avoid the plane of death. If you want the selfish answer, that's what it is I don't want to die. I want to avoid dull earth. I don't think it's fair that people decided that we have to die. And I found a solution for that. I found Warforged. I found
Emily,
what?
it's not you.
Looks confused.
This is
I'm
what I'm
sorry.
talking about.
I'm sorry.
This is what I'm talking about. You keep pushing it. You keep pushing. You keep pushing it that it's. You keep pushing that you want this out for everybody, when you're constantly when the underlying reasons that you don't want to die. Let me ask you this: if I could promise you right now, regardless of the circumstances, even meant that the universe gets cracked asunder. If I could promise you right now, this very moment, that I could bring you not only bring you face to face with your mother, but give you the time necessary to it to talk and hug and cry and embrace and spend the time that you've been longing to catch up those 300 plus years. If I can guarantee you that those moments right now, regardless of the consequences, would you still ardently follow through with everything else you've discovered up until then?
Of course not.
So are you really doing all this for everybody's benefit, or to give you yourself enough time? Because
No, I'm a selfish
after
asshole. Is that what you're trying to get me to say? Yes, I am
I
doing
just
this for selfish reasons. I miss my mom.
and there's nothing wrong with that. But I want you to just I want you to understand that what you're trying the reasons for what you're trying to achieve here, you're posting one reason when the true reason's another. And that may be okay with you, but once that hits another person, that's going to hit differently. Once that hits another individual, that's going to hit differently.
I I just don't want to. I know being selfish is wrong. It's just I want to be able to help people with my invention if I can.
Helping others is not it's never something to be ashamed of.
So
But
what should
you
I do?
have
Just keep this invention to myself? Never share it?
I can see Sliver's point on this, but
Like, yeah, it
you
can be used for evil, but if it can be used for good as well, it's like a sword.
it
It's whoever's wielding it.
you're right about that. But let's go back to the example I told you. Let's go back to that situation I just told you. You go and release this wonderful tech in the world. And let's say you go and take those steps. Take those brutal steps to ensure that nothing happens to it. And then I give you your mother. You've gotten what you want. Are you going to stick around and care as much as you did before then?
I mean, I I don't know. It's too many unknowns.
It's
I
too
guess.
it's too many unknowns.
I just I'm sorry. It's just a hard time thinking right now. I'm not used to being this volatile.
What you managed to discover, what Merrick's has co-opted for his own ends, what others have co-opted to their own ends, because you have to realize right now that Merrick's isn't the only one that has an idea of what the two of you created is what's capable to the true potential for that. What you have here has the potential of being just as destructive. And these types of decisions cannot and should not be made lightly.
I
I
I understand this. Yes, it is a very serious matter. I may have been a bit too forward about things.
personally, I think you were just trying to. I think you were just trying to not only prove to Sliver, you're trying to prove to yourself that you're nothing like Merrick's. And I think one of the things you seem to, I don't know if it's a point of view failing to realize it or just seeing Merrick's or talking about Merrick's makes you forget about it. But Merrick's is Merrick's and you are you. You don't have to justify yourself to be, you don't have to justify, you don't have to put on a standard of, well, I'm not Merrick's.
Okay, well that's why I had to tell Sliver to get him to stop yelling at me.
You have to admit, whenever the M word comes up, you do tend to go a little bit off the rails.
I'm sorry. I get emotional sometimes. I'm sorry. That was one of the parts of my brain I considered removing, but I decided to keep it.
I don't know what I don't know what happened in that room over there, but from what I can tell, this seems to be a fundamental disbelief between the two of you, and it's something that the two of you have to not only have to air out, but you've got to respect the other's boundaries on.
I
You've
res-
got to take in ac-
if
you've got
Sliver,
to take
I
in
was trying to
account.
explain what he said. He was adamant in the idea that I should never be able to offer this to anybody, even if they were willing. He was saying the risk was too great.
And that's a perspective you have to take into account from his viewpoint as an actual warforged. Because as cliched as the saying goes, wow, sorry, out of character. I'm trying to actually remember the goddamn saying. Oh god.
Yeah.
Uh,
No.
what was it? The best way to hell is paved with good
Yeah.
intentions.
The road to hell is paved with good intention.
Okay. The
I
road to hell is paved with good intentions. And I think the last thing you want to do is give anybody that you truly want to help, a one-way express ticket to what how do you describe it as? Just
immortality.
you say immortality, but you're also describing hell, so
Tolurut.
Doruth,
Tolrut. Tolrut is not hell, it's
the
where
realm of the
also
dead.
souls go.
Right. Sorry. A one-way express ticket to Deluth.
I just. You're right. Absolutely, you are right in the sense that I am leaping before I'm looking. I'm thinking that everything's just going to work out great, but that's not how Sharn works. This is a terrible place where good deeds are punished, and I should be more. I guess I should be more cynical before I should be making all these assumptions. But I don't know. It feels like I'm personally responsible for every single person that now dies. If I have the solution, but I just don't know how to distribute that solution. But I shouldn't be because death is a natural part of being human. It's just,
It's a natural part of life as a whole, not just humans.
but it,
Elves, dwarves, orcs.
but it doesn't have to be. But you're right. I shouldn't be just jumping at the first chance to fix these things. These things need to be go through committees. This thing needs to be debated. We need to go through the proper procedures to make sure these sort of technology is applied humanely. You're correct. I am willing to go through all of the bureaucratic nonsense if it means that at the end of the bureaucratic nonsense we can actually help some people. Get your army friends some new arms, or find people who are working in harsh environments and giving them some built in protection. You don't need to fully turn all humans into robots, but we can hopefully make the best of both worlds for some people and improve people's quality of life. That's all I ask.
I'm gonna reach over and just like I'm gonna put my hand on Emily's shoulder and just like pull her in, just lean her into a brace so she's just leaning my shoulder and just
She is fully broken down right now. She is definitely in like teenage girl mode right now. She is like all of the maturity you've ever seen her display is gone. She is like nearly fetal position as she hugs you. Thank you.
Well, I am sorry, but I have some other obligations today, so I think that we will be cutting out in here.
Well, it is 3 o'clock, so
yeah. I actually need to. I'm gonna try and nap because in 4 hours I have beta testing modules to run. So, oh
Oh,
boy.
oh fun.
All right.
well, yeah, it's some fun, but yeah, includes some stress. So yeah, I really enjoy the game. I
Great roleplay.